I'll be booking them like Palace, buffing on my chalice. True say I'm an addict, 24 Cali, don't make me have to grab it. Cabbage, niggas can't manage. That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous, that I won't slap it. Nigga, I'm erratic. Erdington savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we clack it. Shots burning through his jacket.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time.
Yep, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping. Bare nerves racking. Ramming, carjacking, call it lifetime sacking. Yeah, the Cali's in the air now. Got the tracking. 2017 Brits, still brought the packing. Pop, passing, catch you lacking with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, I burn him with a passion.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time.
You can't walk around the hood that I'm good round. I was down and out, but I'm good now. If you saw my last check, then you would frown. So much drip around my neck, yeah, I could drown. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in the new zone. Just roll the zoo for the new home. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in the new zone. Just roll the zoo for the root home.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning. What? Yes,
I'll be booking them like Palace, puffing on my chalice. True say I'm an addict, 24 Cali, don't make me have to grab it. Cabbage, niggas can't manage. That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous, that I won't slap it. Nigga, I'm erratic. Erdington savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we clack it. Shots burning through his jacket.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time.
Yep, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping. Bare nerves racking. Ramming, carjacking, call it lifetime sacking. Yeah, the Cali's in the air now. Got the tracking. 2017 Brits, still brought the packing. Pop, passing, catch you lacking with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, I burn him with a passion.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time.
You can't walk around the hood that I'm good round. I was down and out, but I'm good now. If you saw my last check, then you would frown. So much drip around my neck, yeah, I could drown. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in the new zone. Just roll the zoo for the root home. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in the new zone. Just roll the zoo for the root home.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time.
None of my suit. Well, I and I rising star, and if I die, don't say no one star. Instead of a star. None of my suit. War and crime and violence is what they're preaching. Never stop until gunshot preaching. Me sing, chop. War, and all type of thing the sky preaching. Chopper shot reaching, and in there. Here is the man, he is want to accept him. So me have to kill him, and then turn down. Good shot about underneath boys. Yeah. So me sing. Oh, one day that somebody have to say that, then walk a war. Me have a 45 mask and a gun bit, so kill it down to the man. Yeah, well, in the car. Good shot about underneath boys. I.S.U.P.K. Well, we sing them off the wall. I'm not to get it, let them all apart. So they can't defend it. 45 Pascal, let me pop out and end it. For you tell story like in here, don't we spread it. Gunshot and drop it in heart and you fall it. We go him and talk down with him volley. No solid $1 fine in and pocket. For you confront me and me come with that ratchet. Watch it, when me gonna bark like a rocket. Me fly the plane, me gonna laugh like a rocket. Get hooked by your rope, and then like a mullet. War, I know what's in this sky. Reaching, so much I can shake on the nerd. Here's a body, this part to accept him. So I love to kill him on the third. Gunshot about on that need I.S.U.P.K. Well, let me say, don't up in on the dance like me, them and ratty. You know, trench coat and not be up in no chatty. Start making this one, leave a boy, want me happy. Me for a show down nation and city. When I tell people, say me don't get the pity. Down another bit, me show them chat up on the topic. See me on the moment, try to be free when they hold me. They got no worry about that man Brody. Teacher like a these are rushy, pull them show me. Nothing more than an alpha and stalking. And John Flash and all the great and Tony. The broadcast me this is the talkie. And try me this, me told me look lovely. Well, but why you don't let you look walking? War, on all time, I think this boy preaching. So for sure preach him, only there now. The evidence the body, this world to accept him. That's why we kill him, and then serve now. Gunshot the back on the team, boys, yeah. Well, let me say, hey, up on the corner where this boy come and patronize. What black and to get the people and the paralyzed. All the friend them over this, so this I realize. So that we murder boy quick before the sunrise. They are the nine and now me gun the lights of Russian skies. Look how we camouflage and look how we disguise. So back the gun and me gun start to scrutinize. Him and him friend them surprise me sing so. War, on all type of thing the sky preaching. Couple shot reaching, only there now. There is nobody, this world to accept him. That's why he kill him, and then serve them. Gunshot the back on the need I.S.U.P.K. When from top, them folks in war. And now them tell them from the heart. Say them Johnny Freddy. 45 Pascal, let me pop out and edit. Who are you tell story like the game Louis Penny? Gunshot the drop in them heart and the volley. The garbage fans love for God with the volley. Don't all the one that like I didn't and pocket. Don't they confront me and me come with a ratchet. Watch it, yes me on the back like a ratchet. The glory of learn, on the outside a ratchet.
Ruben, how we are gonna do? Slow down. Well done. Yo, some say again. Slew them and be feelings them a carry. Them done for already and them can't say them sorry. Yeah. Slew them and be feelings them a carry. Who don't want them something again? Wait for what you win. Who them a could have had that them a try. Them got this kill still a see what you all of them die. Yeah. Who them a make us see them with this well. Them is the money when them so down and yeah. Who them a could have put them Marcus. Them this Marcus I know them all by fingers. Yeah. Who them a make us tell them this well. Tell them can't this for my heart. You can see I get more them. Some people want them and not no with them. If I can't be born them, them don't cut them and be a dead one them. Them don't like me, them not like them. Tell them something and keep no funny man friend. Tell them something and keep no mother friend. Them not so blow me and they want the road them. That's why I have the kind of one them come. Who them a could have got them a try. Them big things still a see what you like them carry out. Who them a think us them best friend? Them listen and they and them so down area. Who them a could have who them want us? Them this Marcus and who they bad by take us yeah. Who them a think us tell them this plan? Tell them don't kill this mama lord. So me go not them dirty heart. Them evil heart and them corrupt your part. No much sauce they call the grass. Go to the boss. Move to the farm and tell them about their farm. Who let them to from what me you them to us. Don't say them not just the shut up the dog. Not to touch it now your food full talk. Them don't want you come straight from them heart. No one you coming from you way out them talk. This the brother and watch the one like them last. Can't even find food to put in at them chop. That even bicycle much less than the yard. Can't even cream, much less to walk. Them can't even smile no more. No one that feel who them a could have that them a try. This king say I say what you want them guy. Them not no faith, no confidence, no words no extra, no reference. Find out some of what them disagree them. So we find out them don't have no conscience, and no have a clean and a clear conscience. This King Selassie, it never makes sense. This is money when I get kicked off on the bench. This man was like a rich and check out the
and like, because I should have got. I could have showed you, like, there's. I could have showed you how it's what you call it, a share, but I need the code. You need the code. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Because like, one of the things about saying that
once this is created, there's not going to be no need for that because money's going to be running. Trust me, money's running. Once we create a proper structure, money's already running, but we just don't have the capacity to manage the money. You know what I'm saying? So once we create the structure, that we can say, okay, now we are one. We are one order. All the brothers, no matter what the structure.
Here with the camera fire.
No matter what section it's from.
Going live now. Well, we're live, but we're gonna go up in a minute.
Yeah. But no matter what section or what you try to represent or this and that, we're working on the one banner. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, backing, I'm attacking, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping. Bare nerves racking, ramming, carjacking, call it like that sacking. Yeah, the Cali's in the air now. Got the tracking, 27 bricks, still putting packing. Pop, passage, with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, burning with my passion.
Wages like that, and then organization. Okay, now you guys bid for 30 grand each to do this, and then you can bid for 10 grand here to do this, and bid 5 grand here to do that. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you create the body, that shit can't run no more because when that money comes, we can say, yo, unless we decide how to spend it, that's not getting spent here. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of thing we're talking about.
Yeah, like, one thing I have always looked at is a lot of the funds that we get, it doesn't go to what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how we're fighting for the same money. So what happens is all the little businesses, the little black community organizations that are trying to help the community, they're all fighting for the same thing, for the same little scraps of money, where you can just say, no, everyone can just say, no, fuck that. We're going to decide what we're going to do with that. Rather than everyone fight for this money, let's use this money as one to do this, to build this, to do this, which will create money and make money anyway. You know what I'm trying to say?
Because with that being said, it's true, like a lot of restaurants and like black shops kind of in the same area fighting for the same thing, you know, people.
And they disseminate and they don't even work together. It's not like they're in the same area, they're all
All right, so we're gonna clap it up first, yeah. So we're on the ends here with myself, Karafa, the executioner, Captain Mashak from DC, the Wala, the Warhead. How's it going, sir? Shalom, sir. How about Hashem? How about Shabbat?
Yeah, what's going on, Akim?
Come on, constant over here. You know, we're on the ends again. You know, from DC to Brum, UK. You know, we're all over the UK. London's in here. Sheffield, Manny, and all sorts. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go over some topics in the UK, man. First things first. You know, we got a guest here. We're gonna introduce him real soon. You know what I mean? What first things first, man. Ethiopia. You know what I mean? Where do I start, other one? In the 60s, the Rastafarian movement was big, man. I can tell you, my parents were Rastafarian, man. And many Rastafarians, you know, ran over back to, well, not even back to, believe that we're from Ethiopia. Thanks to a philosophy called Rastafarianism by a man called Leonard Howell. And our foreparents ran to Ethiopia, you know what I mean, looking for a home, thinking Ethiopia's home. You know, black people think that Africa's home now. There's 50 plus countries in Africa, man. Africa's a continent. So if Africa's home, which country do we belong to, man?
Right.
Because a white man don't say, I'm European. A white man says, I'm French. I'm Spanish. He don't say it's a whole damn continent.
Right.
But again, we've been lied to, raped, robbed. So we fought with Ethiopian, man. Some of our brothers fought with this, fought with that. We fought with Ethiopia. We fought Haile Selassie, our emperor.
And, you know, many of the brothers in the UK saved up money. You know what I mean? Bought land over there, went to Ethiopia. So now Ethiopia, there's two groups in Ethiopia, Amaru and the Tigrinyans. You know what I mean? Haile Selassie comes from the Tigrinyans. And apparently he was oppressing that tribe. This ain't our beef, mind you. With some brothers that went into slavery, worked hard in America, worked hard in England, worked hard in the Caribbean. This ain't our beef, man. And a superstar who was Amaro, he was talking about the oppression of the Amaros, was killed, man, by the Tigrinyans. And, you know, the Rastafarians support Haile Selassie, who's also Tigrinyan. And now in Ethiopia, we're getting our houses burned down, man. We're getting, you know, oppressed by them. And this ain't our beef. Black, we got our own beef, man. What's our beef? Black on black crime, man. Police brutality, crack cocaine, colorism, light skin versus dark skin, man. And now we're taking Ethiopian beef, man. That's what we're going through, man. They got this, and you know what I mean. The Ethiopians, that's their beef, but they got to do it. That's two families of Ethiopians, man. Let them deal with that, man. How is it black men are always taking on oppressors' beef, man? In the 60s, in the 50s, and 40s, and in World War II, black men fought for the RAF, man. Fought in the RAF, got their fingers blown off, got trench foot for a beef that wasn't ours, man. Right. And in 2020, still suffering for a beef that ain't even ours, man. Mm-hmm. So in London, just gone in London, they ripped down the Haile Selassie statue. I'm gonna share that real quick, and then we're gonna get into it real quick. So anything you want to add in that as well?
So who is the ones that actually doing the rioting?
The Omaro people.
Omaro, right? And the Ethiopians.
The Ethiopians also, sir. I got their history right here. It's a computer, don't decide to fuck. So it says the Amaro people are a Cushitic ethnic nation native to Ethiopia. So it's like a separate tribe, same people, different tribe, different family, and they're having civil war. You know, their civil war got nothing to do with us, just like the Catholic and the Protestant beef, nothing to do with us, just like the Shiites and the Sunnis, nothing to do with us. Their beef, you know, Lord be with them. You know, go fight it out, man. Nothing to do with us. We got our own beef, man.
Lord, don't be with them, Salaki. Let the Lord not be with that shit unless the Lord wants them all dead. You get the point? It would be a better planet if there was fewer of them and more of us in power.
That's right.
This whole entire earth would be better if black people ran it. It would look better. The people would dress better.
That's right.
Better food, and it would just be a better place because we are so much a better people than these heathens are. You understand?
That's right.
Listen, even injustice, we set the trend. Like them Ethiopians, you mean to tell me they never thought to push a statue over? Before so-called Black Lives Matter push statues over and start calling for the taking down Confederate statues, they never once thought in their mind, hey, let's take a statue and, you know, no. Listen, Jacob is the former of all things, Zach.
That's right. That's just true. Like what you said, that is true, man. Imagine this statue been here for years, you know, hundreds of years, decades and so forth, and they didn't think to break down no statue until what? Until we did it, man. Yeah. The same way they didn't decide to rap until we decided to rap. They didn't decide to wear their hat backwards until we did it. Everything we do, they want to copy, man.
Listen,
like Commander always says.
Listen, them Ethiopians didn't know nothing about, you know, the Lion tribe of Judah and nothing until we start doing that. Like we, you know, even their claim to fame with the Rastafarianism is still us.
That's right. And even that, sir, I know people that went to Ethiopia, and real Ethiopians don't wear dreadlocks, man. Real Ethiopians don't care about Haile Selassie, and they don't care about him. It's nothing to them.
Yeah,
we gave them relevance. And like Commander GEN.YAHANNA says, he says a homosexual does not act like a woman. He acts like a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
They get the lip fillers. They be popping their neck and walking and switching like a black woman. Letting you know that a black woman is the real woman, man. When you act black, then you're official. Homosexual say, girl, and snapping the fingers. They don't act like Becky.
Right.
They don't act like man.
Listen, you're so absolutely right about that. Like even in our wickedness, the trends is being set. So again, you know, let them go fight this stuff out. It's just like them so-called Nigerians, right? They have civil war with another group they call Biafra. And you have some simple-minded Negroes who wear purple and sodomites. They thinking that the group who they're fighting against is us. So they go down there in search of them and the Igbo and this one and that one. So now are the Omarians Israelites now because the Africans fighting against them? No, dumb. It's just, you know, they're fighting each other. They fight. Civil
war, you know, families have beef.
Listen, it's, you know, one nation fighting another. This is the end times. Uprising of the people, war, kingdom versus kingdom. That's what it is. So, you know, what's the problem? You know, let them go fight it out, man. Let Ethiopia, you know, ye Ethiopians, ye will be slain by my sword. That's what the Lord said.
That's Zephaniah 2:12. Anyone that, you know, thinks we're making this up, you know, for any, you know, I grew up Rastafarian. You know what I mean? You know, my parents didn't know no better. They thought Rastafarian was the way forward. And, you know, I came into I.S.U.P.K. I found out where dreads came from, found out where the philosophy came from, found out about Leonard Howell. And listen, man, it's not a religion, man. In fact, Rastafarianism is more close to Hindu culture than it is close to Ethiopian culture.
That's
with the dreads, with the idol food, you know, the goddess Kali, and Kali weed.
Yep.
Stuff like that when your camera died. But you talk about I smoke Kali weed and Kali buds and the goddess Kali and the dreads and so forth, man. Ganja, the river Ganges. All that's Ethiopian, all that's East Indian culture, man. It's not even ours, man. So like, but we're gonna get into it real quick. So can you there?
Yeah, go ahead. What it was supposed to pull up?
So in London, the statue of Haile Selassie. Everyone knows Haile Selassie went to the Queen, you know, gave her a lion for a gift, and she made a statue in commemoration of him. Now these Omorus, because their singer used to speak about their liberation and so forth, died, the Amori tribe tore down the statue, but it don't stop there. Also in Ethiopia, they started the town in Shashamani, but we'll get there anyway. But we start with this.
Okay, so I understand. Hold on, this one here, right? This is in London. This particular statue is in London, and you said those Omaris or hold on, I think you said the name. Hold on, what the fuck is the name?
Omaru is Oromo
or Oromo or whatever, right? Right. These Ethiopians, they living in London. Those Oromo tribe, they living in London too. So they tore down the statue of Selassie because he oppressed them.
That's correct, sir.
They're stupid as hell.
That's right.
They're dumb. They're just dumb. You know what I mean? Like that. Whatever oppression he was doing to y'all deserved it. That's the first thing. You Oromo people, y'all deserved every oppression Selassie I gave to y'all. All right, that's just a fact. Y'all deserved it. All right, and you absolutely right to say no. You can leave it up there too. Anyhow, however you want to run it, but you absolutely right to say. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't no different than the Jewish man tearing down some German icon.
That's right.
You understand? They're the same people. They're the same goddamn people. And, you know, Hitler, according to the history of Germany, the Jewish man was oppressing them financially. And Hitler had enough of it. You know, murder is wrong, but shit. That's his country. That's what he decided to do in retaliation to the financial oppression, that economic parasite that the Jewish man has done become. You get me? So now, you know, if Selassie was oppressing you or Oromo people, I want to find out what's the history on you Oromo people, because y'all probably was oppressing his family. And he decided, like, this is just, you know, one half of the Cushite tribe fighting another half of the Cushite tribe. No, this is what I want you to notice. None of them bastards came to our aid in slavery.
That's right.
None of them bastards flip over a stone for Mark Duggan. They didn't flip over a crown cap, a soda can for Rashawn Charles. That's what we had to learn from this. But let's see. Let's learn about this stupid little beef. Come on.
So it says, Haile Selassie, statue of former Ethiopian leader destroyed in London Park. So, so look, it's disappeared on me. Oh, I got it back. Kalawan Khan, a statue of former Ethiopian leader Haile Selassie has been destroyed in the park in Wimbledon, southwest London. Police are investigating the incident, which took place in Kanizara Park on Tuesday evening. The damage to the bust was carried out by a group of around 100 people, according to an eyewitness. It appears to be linked to the unrest in Ethiopia, sparked after a popular singer, Hachalu Hundesa, was shot earlier this week. Demonstrations following the death saw of the royal prince Rastafarianism Wild Macau, the father of Selassie, Ethiopia's last emperor, torn down the city of Harar in East Ethiopia. Many of Ethiopia's ethnic Amaru groups say they were oppressed under Haile Selassie's reign, and their language and traditional religion were banned. Hachalu songs focused on the rights of Amarus and had been a prominent voice to anti-government protests, led to the change of leadership in 2018. So like I said, if you listen to that here, what I'm getting from that is some beef between two Ethiopians. I didn't hear Negroes in there not once. I didn't see Caribbeans in there not once. I didn't see Negroes in America not once, not Hispanic there not once. But I'm seeing the beef between two Ethiopian tribes. Nothing to do with us. But as usual, we always somehow get roped into it. We always somehow get dragged into it. Just like with World War I, World War II. How is it a black man's fighting for the RAF? How is it a black man called the Coconut Bomber? You can Google him. Was the best bomber in the RAF, yet they never mentioned him in school. Why is he even a bomber in the RAF? Why is he fighting the RAF? What? This is our beef, man. England had beef with the Germans. The Amaru got beef with the Chuganians. So why are we being punished for this in places like Shashamani? That's what I need to know.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Okay, what is the history on these people here? I get that feedback, brother. Help with that feedback. Help me out with that. Doesn't sound too wild.
How about now, sir? Feedback?
I ain't hearing nothing no more. It's just very slight. You probably got to take that down now. You probably got to take that down. I don't need that feedback, all right?
Can't turn the volume down.
No sweat. Okay. Could you do you have any kind of history on what they saying was their oppression?
One second.
Cause this Hachalu kid here. You have somebody else look it up for you if you don't have it right there. Who else is in the room there with you? Damgaba there, Parasha there? Yeah, Parasha, if you don't mind, if you don't mind, just pull up what they're saying actually happened. Let's get into that too, all right? But this Hachalu guy, right? What's the situation with him? Help me out with that.
So what they're saying is this guy was a singer that fought for liberation of his people. You know how people say, so-called, like burning spear and so forth, will sing for the liberation of Benjamites. Hachalu was a guy that spoke for, liberation, songs like to empower his people. And this man was shot dead. So they're upset, they're infuriated, they're blaming the Chuganians.
How was he shot?
They say he was shot in some political matter.
Okay, but they ain't saying how he was shot.
After it just said he was shot dead earlier this week.
Okay, so they don't have how the fuck he was shot?
This said shot earlier this week. It doesn't really go into it. Murdered musician who sang about freedom.
I mean, well, how the fuck he was shot?
Hachalu Hundesa, Ethiopia's murdered musician who sang to freedom. Shot dead while driving through Capital at DC Aba this evening. The motive for the killing had no charges. No one being brought against suspects. Come on, Carl. They ain't even got proof that it was political. They're just blaming it on the opposing group.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Salaki, I'm laughing, right? Because I pull up one of his videos. I'll press these fools too. Salaki. What is they doing? Give me the screen check quick. I'll do it really quick. Give me the screen share real quick.
Color one concert.
I don't. What is they doing? That is insane. Oof. Jeez, and ages. Man. This is the cat right here, right? Hachalu on something.
Apparently, this is empowering music.
What is he doing? Brother, I don't even know what's the big deal. Okay.
Like what the other one said, man. You know what I mean? I can understand when Tupac or Biggie died, man. You know what I mean? That would kick up a fuss, but this man here, man, I can't see the fuss, man. I like what I'm saying. Like, I don't get the beef, man. Black man, listen, we got our own problems, we got our own beefs, man. That's what we got to sort out.
Yeah.
It's like the other one.
I had to jump off to laugh a little bit. I don't this shit. Okay, he obviously wasn't what they're saying. I don't think he was like what they're saying he was, right? He probably got shot in a robbery or got killed or something for whatever reason. But you know, until you could tell me you found it yet, Parasha?
Concert. I've gone on the website minorityrights.org.
Okay, what is this saying about this particular thing here with the Oromo people? What is this saying?
Saying the Oromo have a long history of being old.
You could tell me what you found. So, like, go ahead.
They've had land loss by the central government of Ethiopia, dating back more than a century. This long discontent gave birth to the Oromo Liberation Front, or called the OLF. Initially a student that involved into a armed resistance and a political advocacy group dedicated to the promotion of the Oromo self-determination.
Okay, that's still not. So what it is what you're saying is, okay, this is over land.
Concept that they've had a long history of land loss. So a lot of land that they've had, it's been taken from them, sir. So based from this side, minority rights, they've all been oppressed, and the main part of it is land.
Okay, so that's the oppression they're talking about. They're talking about, they're talking about, okay, this is a land issue, like how the South Africans, they're going through something with them devils. that, you know, you understand what I'm saying? Like the devils take their land and all them Africans, them Hamites is fighting the devils back for their land. That's what you're saying?
Concert.
Okay, I don't know. You'll find me some more about this Oromo thing. Other than that, I think it just seemed like they're just looking for an excuse to get in the media, to get, to get their voice heard for some stupid reason. Unless there is proof of the Ethiopian government killing them or murdering them or some kind of brutality, like what is the beef over? You understand?
So I got a Rast called Rast Rapture. If he would like to come on the show and explain that a bit, would that be okay, sir?
Yeah, well, why not?
Let me just call him real quick.
Is he there now?
Last told me to call him.
Hello.
All right, Shalom. This is Officer Craft from the I.S.U.P.K. I'm speaking to Rast Rapture.
Rastafari speaking here.
Okay, so this is brother. So you from my knowledge, you told me that you go to Ethiopia quite regular, but you're based in London. Am I correct?
But yeah, I've spent many years out in Ethiopia. Yeah.
Okay, so with this whole Amoru, and the whole the singer that got killed, and now they're going against the brothers in Shashamani. Could you elaborate on that or what you know of that? That's okay.
Well, it's a political thing, really, as far as I know. The opposition's against the ruling party that's there now, the Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy, have been trying to sabotage the country as such. Many people got killed in Shashamani in the last, 4 days ago, because of a superstar, as I said, an Ethiopian Oromos singer who got killed. And the country seemed to have erupted since that. They've knocked down Menelik's statue, and they wanted the singer to be buried there, where in Piazza. There's a lot of, mainly it's an international thing, Russ, with political things, Egypt is wanting to attack Ethiopia. They've brought their troops to the frontier because of the Nile, the dam that the Ethiopians are building. The Egyptians and the Sudanese are saying that they are the sons of the Nile. When the source of the Nile begins in Ethiopia, there's a lot of kind of disturbance there as such, but pinpoint who's been killed, like sisterins and brethrens as Rasta people in Shashamani, I don't actually know of that as say anything certain of anyone that I know. I've just been told about certain places that have been burnt down, and they've been confirmed to me because my family, my people are actually in Addis Ababa.
All right, sorry to cut you. So you don't know anyone personally that's been harmed, from the Rasta movement, or brothers who migrated to Ethiopia and Jamaica and whatnot. But what have you heard about brothers that's been harmed and houses burnt down from Shashamani? Because we're hearing on this side that in Shashamani we're caught up in this beef, and brothers are losing their property, brothers are being harmed. But what have you heard then? Because you ain't know no one personally, but what have you heard in regards to that?
Within the last few days, I've heard that a big hotel, the Lily Valley, Sister Alma's place, has been burnt down. It's not actually been confirmed to me. I don't actually know. And a few other places, houses that were empty, have been burnt down.
Sorry, these places that you're talking about, are these brothers who migrated to Shashamani, or are these Ethiopian-born people, or these Jamaicans or Caribbeans that moved to Shashamani and them places?
These are Caribbean people who's migrated there, who's been there for 30 years and things like that. I mean, the hotel, the Lily Valley, the Sister Alma's hotel, that's been there for 25 years. But this thing isn't something that is like pointed against Rasta people as such, you know. It was because of this singer who got killed, and then, you know, other people, oppositions, are paying money to people to cause disruption as such. But Ethiopia is a kind of place, is like it's a high technology place there. You know, like, you know, even the people themselves are like cameras. Nothing goes unnoticed.
Sorry, I hear what you're saying, but the thing is with me is that, you know, we're Caribbean people, you know what I mean? The Bible said with the tribe of Benjamin, but, you know, for basic terms. And what I can see is we're getting roped in to a political war that got nothing to do with us. I just said that the Sisters Hotel that's been there for 30 years getting burned down. Like, why are we getting involved? That, you know what I mean? That's what amazes me. You know, if you could elaborate on that, like why are we getting involved in this? Why it's like the Tribunians versus the Oromos? Like, why somehow is our community getting roped into this? If you could please elaborate on that.
Well, you see, like it's a kind of in Shatamani, around Malkoda, where this hotel is. It's kind of like integrated community. Is Ethiopians there? There's people from the Caribbean and things like that. And, you know, like a lot of people are waiting for a chance to sort of like attack another, because of a lot of it is probably because a lot of the people don't have. And my experience, what I've seen, the Rasta people who have gone there, and I wouldn't say like 100, all of them, every one of them, but the majority of them haven't actually gone there to show a love or to help the Ethiopians. A lot of them are going there to sort of like pop style as such on the Ethiopian, you know, build a big house and you know, things like that. Not sort of like going there to help Ethiopians. Trust me, right? So a lot of them, when they see a chance come up where they can attack somebody who's probably not dealing with them or in the way that they think they should do, or have too much and they haven't got anything, they would use that chance to steal, attack, or whoever the person is, or whoever the peoples are.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, but is it the I.S.U.P.K stance? You know what I mean? As black people from slavery, you know what I mean? We have our own problems, you know, a lot of problems, so forth. And it always happens that we always end up taking on other people's problems. It's the two beefs here between two Ethiopian ethnic groups. And, you know, we always get dragged into it, man. It's a shame that, you know what I mean, that always happens to our people. If I could, I don't want to hold you too long. I know you're busy, man.
If I could, I want to ask the brother there. This is a brother from in UK.
The brothers in London. Can you hear me, Rapture?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, can you hear the captain? Who wants to ask you a question?
Sure.
You hear me, brother?
Hello?
Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Last, I don't think I can hear you too, sir. 1 second. Put the volume up.
Hello?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Okay. Are you able to hear me now, brother? You hearing me?
I'm hearing you. You're not that clear, but what are you saying?
Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask you, okay, so if you could explain just one more time what the issue is. So this particular singer, who is well loved by one section of the Ethiopians or one facet or family or tribe, he was killed. How was he killed? That's what I want to know. Like, how was he killed, and why was his killing, you know, the catalyst or the flashpoint to start these riots where it killed, I'm reading it killed more than 80 people so far. I don't know if it's true or not. And then, you know, I want to know I'm trying to get a grasp of it because, okay, I'm trying to see if this is mirroring the police brutality that blacks and Hispanics experience in European societies. Because the reaction, it seems like, from the Oromo people, or Oromo, I'm probably saying it wrong, the reaction from those people are similar to what has been happening with the so-called oppressed people of the West, the Negro, Hispanic, and Native Indian, with this pushing over of the statue. So I'm trying to get a grasp on, from what you know about these Oromo people, why did the death of this singer, who from the reports we don't really know, they say he was shot, but what happened, if you know?
Yeah, actually how he was killed, I'm not actually sure, right? But what I'm saying, I mean, the Oromo people are the biggest tribe in Ethiopia, and they're coming a long way as such, you know. They claim they are the Kushites. The star himself, they said he was bigger than Teddy Afro. And they wanted him to be buried where Menelik's statue was or is, in Piazza in Arada. The reason, Ras, why it catalyzed it, it's more of a thing that this brother had a hand in politics as well, as I've been told. And certain people in opposition groups are actually funding area people to just make trouble, block the roads, because they wanted to have Dr. Abiy put the election off because of the COVID-19 thing, and the people wanted the election. Certain groups of them, like the Tigray people, was calling their own election. It's more of a kind of political struggle thing that's gone into the street as such in the communities, and people are sort of like acting on that. It's not something that's actually portrayed against like the Rasta people as such, but the Rasta people seem to be on the same street.
Okay, I get you. Okay, I get what you're saying, but okay, it's still I'm still not understanding. So this Oromo tribe is a particular tribe among the Ethiopians that they make up the biggest percentage. But why are they angry? Are they the poorest tribe? Are they the most oppressed? What is their beef with the other section of Ethiopians that they're taking? I'm assuming it's the Oromo people who retaliating and blocking the streets. What is their issue really? Do we even know what it is?
It's a kind of long time thing, and I wouldn't want to say it is actually, this is the reason. But like in the time of Haile Selassie, the Oromo people were kind of held back from doing their own thing. In the school, they had to teach Amharic, and even in the time of the war, when Haile Selassie in the war with the Italians, the Oromos didn't get like their full recognition for the fighting and the things that they did there. There was a certain Oromo general who did a lot of great things, like he escaped from prison, he freed a lot of soldiers and all kind of things like that. And he wasn't sort of like recognized for what he did. And the Italians themselves gave him a gold watch. And you know, like the Oromo has been like second-class citizens as such for a long time as such. Mm-hmm. The Oromo people are like Kushites, which is the son of Ham. So historically, they're not the original Ethiopian. They're actually an Egyptian who came up the Nile. And when I say that, Russ, I mean some of them are Hamites. That's all I've been saying that way, Russ. And it stems from that. They weren't bought into the things. Menelik was meant to have treated them very badly and things like that.
I got you. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. It seemed to be just, you know, of one powerful family versus another family who was not in power. That's what it seems like. Because Kush are the Ethiopians, Kush are Mogadishu, Kush are the Somalians, of today, according to the Bible. Of course, Ham is the father of the Africans, of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Like, we are not Ham. We are the sons of Shem. They are the sons of Ham, and they have their little civil war going on. But what I would say is, no matter how bad Menelik, who is supposedly Selassie Tafari Makonen's father, I'm assuming that's who he is, and that's who Menelik is?
No, his father. He's like his father's cousin. He's
Okay.
a cousin of Haile Selassie's father.
He's a cousin of Selassie's father, right? So they have their little beef going on, and this general fought for the, and the Italians gave him a gold watch and blah 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 blah. But this is what I'm seeing here with it, that in the middle of all of this, black people, and when I say black, I'm talking about the so-called Negro in America, the so-called African American, the West Indian, the tribe of Benjamin, which is, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, the so-called Hispanics, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Native Indians, the Seminole Indians, the Gadite tribes, the Sioux tribes, the Cherokee. Like, we served all these empires for 400 years. And we bled in their wars, and we got our backs whipped and picked their cotton and shined their shoes. We rebuilt their countries. And they didn't give us a gold watch. They didn't give us anything. And yet still we seem to love and revere them so much. And now I'm seriously fearing for my people over there in Shashimani and Addis Ababa and City of Ferraris, because one thing I do know, heathens might have, and when I say heathens are anybody outside of those 12 tribes of Israel. So the Africans would be heathens. The Ethiopians are heathens. They don't got nothing to do with the tribe of Judah or the 12 tribes of Israel. There's no bloodline connecting them to anyone in Israel, right? In the biblical Israel. One thing I know about heathens, whether they're Chinese, African, East Indians, they could fight each other and treat each other cruelly. And you could look at it and be like, oh, they're so cruel to each other. We could look at it like the Nigerians are so cruel to the Biafrans. Why are they cutting their feet off? Why are the Libyans fighting the Kenyans and this, that, the other? When we are in the room, they both will turn on us.
That's right.
They both will turn on us and treat us like trash, brother. And that's about to happen over there, because as you said, you said many of our people who went over there and accepted quote unquote repatriation rights and coming back to lands and benefits in Ethiopia. You said many of the our people who went over there under the religion of Rastafarianism went there and did not assimilate. They did not fit in. But you described it as, okay, a lot of our people went to stunt on the Africans and show off on them. And I'm going to tell you, it's not that. Historically, Ethiopia ain't the first place black people have moved to, and it turned out that they had to have a separate society. It happened with Liberia with Charles Taylor. It happened back there. It's in 70 AD destruction, where the Jews had to run out of Israel after the Romans invaded and try to assimilate with the Africans. And the Africans would never, ever accept us, ever. And we always had to form our own society. The reason it appears to look like we've been stunting on them and showing off is that the Bible says, ye are the salt of the earth. Even in prison, we look fly. Even in our poorest state, we look better and do better than everything else and everyone else. So as we try to assimilate with those heathen nations and they don't accept us, we state ourselves and we always form our own cities, our own economies. It happened in America in the 20s, so-called after emancipation. After so-called emancipation, within 50 years, Black people in America was able to set up cities like Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Rosewood with their own banks and schools and businesses and make money while America was in a Great Depression. So, of course, you ask white people, Black people show off too much. We always wear what? Big chains and drive the most expensive cars and this, that. We like to show off, but it's because we have to find a place for our own. And I guarantee you, That's what is going on there in Ethiopia. We had to find a place of our own. We would never fit in with these Africans because we're not African. Their style is different. Their flavors, their taste is different. We just showed a video with that same, what's his name? Hachalu? What's his name? Hachalu, what's his name?
What's the singer's
name? Karathi, I'm asking you, what's his name?
Hachalu. What's the second name is?
Hachalu something, right? We just played a video of him, and he is trying to dress like a Negro in the West with the little bucket hat. That's not Ethiopian wear. He's trying with the little West coat, with the tight shirt underneath and the chain. That's not Ethiopian wear. Like, why is he not wearing the Ethiopian culture? It's because they try to do what we do, but they can't do it like us. And because they can't mix with us, because we are the superior people on the earth, according to the Bible, we have to form our own societies. We have to form our own cultures and schools. So it might appear like we're stunting on them. It's not that we're stunting. Water and oil don't mix. And when we are separate from other societies, we build fantastic things, even in our oppression. Even in our oppression, we're the best people on the earth in everything, in clothing, in education, in school, in everything. We just the best. So my fear right now for these brothers and sisters over there is that once whichever side is losing in this Oromo and Ethiopian war, that losing side is going to turn on the slaves of the empire, which are the black people who live there.
That's right.
Yeah. What I'm saying, Rat, you see, like the life and the education and the things that we've been exposed to, it's not a balance with what's happening over there. Over there is a completely different power. You see, all the things that we're talking about over here doesn't fit in there. It doesn't balance with there's a different language there. There's different powers there. There's different authorities there. Rat. What we're coming with, even though we're calling Africa's name, we're coming with a Western authority and a Western power. Rat. It's completely a different thing. A man wouldn't understand the tribal thing, but like the tribal thing is not a man-made law thing that is running the world. It's a earth thing. It's original earth thing that is running the earth, not the political world. Because our views are coming from a political side of it. Our life and liberty is coming from a political side of it. The people in Ethiopia, the majority of their lives is not coming from a political hand down. Yours, it's a completely different thing. Right? You can't go and try and fit in the things that you are talking about in Africa, and I'm talking about in Ethiopia. You can't fit these kind of things. The kind of cutout how you think it should be and what you'd like it to be. You can't go and fit it in there. It's a completely different place, Rob. Trust me.
I don't think you're hearing me well. I'm not saying that we should fit in Ethiopia. I'm absolutely saying we're different, and we will never fit in with any heathen on the face of the earth, whether they're Ethiopian, African, Aborigine, Chinese. Black people are not going to fit in there, and it's not about being Western. It's absolutely not about being Western, because even amongst themselves, they don't fit in with each other. So it has nothing to do with being Western. What I'm saying is, we, the descendants of the slaves, the descendants of the people that cut cane and picked cotton and had to walk the trail of tears in the Americas under the European nations, mainly the American and the British and the Spaniards, we are, according to the Bible, we are God's chosen people. We the 12 tribes of Israel. And we have no business with these heathens. And we should have never gone to their land and set anything up.
With the line of Judah.
Say that one more time.
The line of Judah is 12 tribes. Haile Selassie was the line of Judah.
Okay, how do we get how? Okay, I've heard that before, and because you're on the show, I want to ask you. Okay, how do we get that Haile Selassie is the Lion of Judah?
How does he get to be the Lion of Judah?
Yeah, how do you get that? Where's the, there must be some proof or biblical reference. And how is it that Haile Selassie is the Lion of Judah? And okay, let's start with this. What does the term the Lion of Judah mean?
Is that a question, or are you going to tell me?
No, I'm asking you. What does the term the Lion of Judah mean?
It means Haile Selassie. It means Janai. That's what it means. The Lion of Judah means the Emperor of Ethiopia.
No, that's not what it means. That's definitely.
No, I know it. You know, I mean, if you're going to tell me something, don't ask me a question. Tell me, man.
No, I'm asking you to hear what you define it as, and I don't want you to get offended, brother. I don't want you to get offended because we're gonna get an understanding of each other here. We're gonna get an understanding of what you know and what you understand and what you perceive things to be. You're gonna get an understanding of what I know and what I understand, what we perceive things to be. I really hope you don't get offended by it. So I asked you about the Lion of Judah, and you said you use that as a reference to Haile Selassie, and that's it. And I'm disagreeing with it, and I'm going to tell you why I disagree with it. And once again, this is not to offend you. The intention here is not to offend you. The intention is to get to the truth of it, so that our people could leave these filthy, disgusting heathens alone and let them fight each other and kill each other and never ever come near us. That's the whole end all and be all of it. You understand me?
Oh, that is not black love, Fire. That's not black love.
That's actually is black love. And
to leave the Ethiopians alone?
To leave them to hell alone.
Ethiopians are royal people.
Well, let's get to the
in the 15th and 16th and 17th century, when the people from the Caribbean were slaves, there were emperors and empresses in Ethiopia in the same time. The 15th, 16th century, when the people came out of slavery and didn't know themselves, there were all these dignities and races and dukes and high people in Ethiopia. Fire.
Okay. I have
people from the West.
If I could interject right there, brother. If I could interject right there, would you say that right now we are in slavery in UK? In the Caribbean, in the Americas, that black people are under slavery?
I'm saying
I'm asking you a question. Would you say that right now, black people right now in 2020 are under slavery in the Americas, in the UK, in the Caribbean? Would you say we are under slavery still?
I would say they're in captivity. How you define it will be down to you, how you want to break it up.
I agree with you. We're still in captivity. And right now in our captivity, there's a royal family sitting in Westminster. There's a royal family right now sitting in Westminster while we in captivity. Like us being in captivity and having a royal family, that still don't have nothing to do with us. You making the analogy that in the 17th century and the 18th century, while we were picking cotton, there was emperors on the throne of Ethiopia and dukes. And I'm saying, well, fine. If they were royal at that time, good. That's good for them. But right now, we're in captivity still. And there's a queen sitting in Westminster or down there somewhere in London. And that has nothing to do with us. And just like the queen, is not doing anything right now to end our slavery. In the 1700s, Selassie, Tafari Makonnen, Menelik, and whoever else did nothing to end the slavery that was going on in the transatlantic slave trade. They both did nothing. So why
tell me something? Yeah, tell me something, Fire. You've asked me a few questions. I just want to ask you one. What is your grandfather's name?
I don't know.
No, what is your name? Have you got your grandfather's name?
No, I have I have a Hebrew name, and I have a slave name that was given to me at birth from my parents that they got through generations from their slave master.
Yeah, Russ. Concerning Ethiopia and all the things that we talked about, Russ, are you actually gonna go to Ethiopia yourself?
Okay. I'm gonna answer your question, and then I want to get back to Selassie being the Lion of Judah. Me personally, I have no desire to go to Ethiopia now, ever. I pray honestly the Lord brings death and destruction to Ethiopia and leaves a remnant to be the slaves to help rebuild the kingdom of heaven, so the 12 tribes of Israel can rule this earth like we should. We should be the rulers of this earth and nobody else. So in that day, I might go down there to see what the slaves doing on the plantation. But for right now, I couldn't give a damn about Ethiopia. I'm concerned of what's going on in Trenchtown and Kingston and Georgetown, Guyana, and Trinidad right now, where black people are being murdered by the police of Trinidad, and nobody don't give a damn. No poor black people. I'm not talking about singers like Hachalu or whatever his name is in Ethiopia. I'm talking about poor people. This week, Wednesday, the police shot a pregnant woman through her belly, kill the baby. I'm concerned with the plight of the poor of my people, not the rich of Ethiopia. You understand?
The tongue. Have you got your own language? Have you got another language?
Yes, it's called Lashawan Kodash. That's the Hebrew word for the holy tongue. That's our language. Our language is the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew.
And where is your country? Huh?
Say that one more time.
Where is your country?
Our country is bordered by the rivers outlined in Genesis: the Euphrates, the Tigris, the Nile, and the Gihon, I think, or the Pison.
Yeah, where is it today, man? I'm not talking about where it's written or where is it today.
I just told you. Those rivers are in there today. They're in there today. That's our land according to the Bible. You're asking me that question because the Ethiopians have their land and you're trying to make the comparison.
Right.
And I'm telling you, no, just before we go all the way to the left on this, I want to go back to Selassie being the Lion of Judah, right? You said he is the Lion of Judah, and I'm begging to differ, right? And let's start with it.
Judah. Hear me out. I'm not going to go into that with you. Trust me.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to go into it.
If you had a different language and you had a different name, I'd probably consider one or two of the things that you might have said.
I have a different language and a different name. The problem is you don't want to respect me as a fellow black man, a descendant of the slaves, just like you. You rather respect the Ethiopians because you think they are
I've never been a slave.
I've
never been a slave. My father's not a slave. My grandfather's not a slave. We don't have them names that you have. That you might.
Let me ask you. Maybe that's
slave name. But that's who you are.
Maybe that's where we get in the divide. Let me ask you something, right? Who is your foreparents? Are they from the Caribbean?
Wow, let's not go there, man.
I was asking you a question.
You don't have a country. You don't have a throne. You don't have anything.
Yeah, because we're not like the filthy Ethiopians who never went into slavery. We're not like them. So of course, because of Rastafarianism, you look at your people like they're less because we don't have a country, because we don't have our language. When the Bible says, give me in the Bible, brother, give me Jeremiah 17:4. I will discontinue you from your heritage and your language.
To imitate is to appreciate, and you're imitating the man that you're trying to chant down.
No, I'm not. I am the real deal. It's in the man that you try, which is an Ethiopian, and in a short second, you are going to find out just how much the Ethiopians do not appreciate you. You're going to find that out in a short second that the Ethiopians hate black people. No, I've seen it. I've seen it. Ethiopians hate black people. They're in America right now thinking they're better than black people.
Yeah.
Others
Hey,
like you. And one time, like myself, we looked at Ethiopian
Let's not go too far. I
and
don't want to go too
special.
much into it.
Listen,
So I'll say
you
good night to you,
absolutely
okay?
hate your people. For you to say you don't have a land
I'll
or a
say
language,
good night to you, okay?
I will listen to one or two things you have to say.
I'll leave you in your confusion.
You can be bought with a land. The white man has a land.
Never have peace.
The white man right now in Europe, Boris Johnson, has his own language, English from England, and land, England. Would you listen to him?
It's like I said, the brother hung up, sir.
Of course he's going to hang up, but the last year I have 90 eyes and can't see a goddamn thing.
That's right.
That's why. Selassie is weak, and Rastafarianism makes brothers weak. He said,
right.
because you don't have a country or a language, I won't listen to you. Boris Johnson is an Englishman speaking English from England. Are you listening to him? Would you listen to him? The East Indians have their own land with their own language. Are you listening to them? You mean to tell me you're going to sell your whole people out for language and land? No, that ain't going to happen. First, and he could not defend Selassie being the Lion of Judah. Karathia, find me a Rastafarian who is not a coward, who could come up in here and prove to me why we should follow Selassie. Find one for me and make sure he's an Israelite. Because this one here from London, I'm assuming he's a heathen. I'm assuming he's a heathen that just grew up somewhere on the block with brothers and adopt the mannerisms of brothers, but he is not a brother.
That's right.
You can't tell me in this day and age you have a love for the heathens more than your people. When have the Ethiopians ever fought for you? When have the Ethiopians ever delivered you for anything? Ever. This is ridiculous. Read the scripture for me.
Concept, if I may as well, I've got also the excerpt from the book, the Babylon to Timbuktu.
Go ahead.
All right, from the book Babylon to Timbuktu, page 90. The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
Right, read it again. Say that last part again, please.
Had an advantage over the African tribes. They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
Exactly. The black Jews who went into Africa, we had an advantage over them Hamites. Because them Hamites, they ain't good for nothing. They don't have the flavor of the Lord. They don't have the spirit of the Lord. And we have that advantage. And everywhere we go, we take that advantage with us. And even over there, we take that advantage there and we set up something that's better than what they have. Go ahead,
If I may, real Ethiopians ain't even Rastafarians, man. Before we went over there, Ethiopians weren't wearing dreads, man. The East Indians brought dreadlocks to the Caribbean, and we being ignorant, we liked it, and we turned to our hairstyle. Now they wear it. Real Ethiopians don't wear dreads, man. Real Ethiopians are Orthodox Christians, man. They're Catholic. They ain't even Rastafarians, but they are now. Why? Because we taught them. And anything we do, people want to copy. Anything we do, people want to mimic. People want to grab onto. Even Ethiopians don't consider themselves as Rastafarians, man, until we went there. And I've heard countless stories of brothers that went to Shashamani, man, and all the young Ethiopian women married the old Benjamite men and take their British pound, take their money and use them. They don't love you, man. I've heard stories about brothers spent years and years building his house, and the Ethiopian government will put a train line running through his house and said, sorry, this house has to be run down because we got a train here. Right. And his brothers gone down to the drain. Don't tell me no Ethiopians love black people, man. That's right. Don't tell me they love black. Ethiopians do not love black people, man. I've never seen Ethiopian man fight for our plight, fight for our cause, man. Where was the riot in Ethiopia when Mark Duggan died, man? Where was the riot in Ethiopia when Michelle and Charles was choked to death, man? They don't love us, man. So
exactly. It's the truth. You know what I mean? And listen, what you're saying there is so right. Even, okay, and I'm so sorry he gets so goddamn offended. He was already getting offended when they asked. And that's the thing with the Rastafarian culture. It's like it's a cult. It's a cult. And listen, I was trying to keep my cool and not go at it today. I'm trying to find out what the hell is the big deal about this filthy African that died. And he couldn't really tell me. He couldn't tell me. Nobody could say, well, why is it so important that he died and the Oromo people, whatever. You ask any Rastafarian, try it yourself. The scriptures say, be ready to give an answer according to what your faith is. Ask any Rastafarian about his hair, Selassie, proof that he's the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and all you will hear is the half has never been told. Selassie have 19 eye, and you're ready for the truth, and some nonsense, and you can't prove nothing. All you really want to do is get high.
That's right.
All you really want to do. You know what I mean? We're gonna come back to it after. I don't want to run up the brother time. Let's come back let's jump to the guest real quicker.
All right, cool. We can bring the guest up. Got a Zimbo here, so I can get a chair real quick. Come on, I know you're running for time.
There's no space.
So you Ep get over on it, yeah? All right, sorry. So we got a guest here. You know, I let him introduce himself. He's brother done a lot of community work. You know, known in the ends himself. From Aston. You see him around, made music and so forth. You know what I mean? You know, been through it all and so forth. I let him introduce himself. Just Zimbo. Introduce yourself, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, blessings. My name's Zimbo. How you doing, my brother?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. Yeah, my name's Zimbo, and I do a lot of community work in the community. I work with young people, work in schools. I do a lot of work within the media and stuff like that as well. And I make music as well. You get what I'm saying? I do quite a few things, you know, but I'm pushing the movement. You get me?
Right.
Okay, so what we're saying, that as you can see, the Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of black people are sick of what's going on. A lot of black people are actually buying black now, and it's good. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, I've noticed a lot of the heathens, a lot of the East Indians. I went chip shop one day, and everyone looked at me funny, and I realized, man, they're all scared. And East Indians are putting like Black Lives Matter because they want to be down with us, because they know black people we're pissed off. We're buying black now. Like your brethren, Grinch, you know, sold what? Loads of Sky Juice. And it's a good thing, man. So what do you think about that? You think things like this must happen for our people to support black businesses? Because remember, we got a lot of things that we can do. And I see black people buying black now. A lot of people supporting black businesses. And we can make a good money, man. What's your thoughts on that?
All right. So I want to talk about two things. So first of all, let me talk about the term black, because I'm going to talk about a negative and a positive. Yeah. All right. So first of all, the positive is what you was talking about, but let me hit the negative up first, because I do see a negative in it, because when we're talking about black is not just us. Black means everyone. Asians are black. Everyone that's non-white is classed as black. If you look at classifications, that's what black is. Then we have to remember where the term black came from.
So I got to quickly there, because
all right. Let me finish.
Carry on.
No, I'm saying I've been, and the reason why I know this, I've been to an event and it was for black people. Everybody is classed as black. Everybody non-white is classed as black, like in the mainstream. Yeah, in what the mainstream will call it. Now, for me, us using the term black and defining ourselves as black kind of denies us from claiming back our true identity. I think I don't think we should be. I think we need to claim our true identity and make it official. This is why a lot of things can happen to us, and we can't do nothing about it. We can only protest or riot, because we are not an official nation. We are not an official body. You've got groups of people here saying we're this, groups of people there saying we're that, but we're not official. We need to become an official body. So if something happens to us, we can deal with it as an official body. That's where we're missing out on. That's why we can't get our hands on the resources that are out there for us, because we don't have the structures and the capacity to deal with those resources. So first of all, we need to claim back our true identity and claim back ways of working and living together. Like, I'm not even talking about everyone else. Like, we need to kind of start forget everyone else for a minute and start dealing with us, who we are, and building ourselves. You get what I'm trying to say? So for me, I'll be honest, I feel like the Black Lives Matter movement is a whole heap of BS, but not what's happening, because what's happening is good. The brothers are coming together. Brothers are starting to buy Bible. But for me, we should have been doing that long time ago.
That's true, Khan.
We should have been doing that long time ago. The reason, even why it's BS, because we're only doing it because social media's told us to do it. So I'm standing from outside the box. Yeah, I'm standing from outside the box. And 4 or 5 weeks ago, I'm seeing everyone scared to come out of their house. Remember, I've been pushing black unity and all the rest of it for the last 6, 7, 10 years, fam. Hard till man are trying to kill me for it. Yeah. Now I'm pushing this, and 4 weeks ago, I've been doing this for years. 4 or 5 weeks ago, everyone's scared to come out of their house because of COVID-19. Boom, the thing on George Floyd happens. With social media, like, people are being literally told what to think by social media. Social media is telling everyone to rise up. Social media is telling everyone to buy black. It's social media that's doing this. It's not us coming together on our own head saying, yo, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. So we need to start, first and foremost, we need to start thinking for ourselves, because we're not thinking for ourselves. For me, I'll tell you, if in 12 months' time we're still on this thing, then I'll take it serious. But I'm not taking it serious right now because it's a trend. And I'm saying in another 6 weeks, yeah, all these people that you see following the trend right now, everybody that's following the trend, because everybody's following the trend. Whoever wasn't on it before is following the trend. So all these people that you see following the trend, let's see if they're on it in 6 months' time. Then I'll be happy about it, because to me it's fake, because of how it's come about, and because I know that it's all being manipulated and controlled by social media. To me, it's fake. So when I see it's real, then I'll be happy. I'll be honest.
Okay. I mean, Karate, you wanted to jump in and say something?
Oh, no, sir. I'll get to in a minute. Regarding the black thing. What you think is correct?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Go ahead.
But with I.S.U.P.K, see, we support black businesses. We love black people. We marry black women, not because of trend.
Nah, I know you man on this.
Because you know why we do.
I'm not talking about.
I know, but you know why we do so? Because God said so. Because the Bible says so. Supporting black businesses is not a trend. Supporting black businesses is not a fad. It's not something we do because someone dies, because God says so. We support black businesses because we love our people. I know what you're saying.
It's a trend to the masses.
The masses.
You know what time it is, fam? We are a small number.
I hear what you're saying.
When you're talking about I.S.U.P.K and people like you, people like me, we are a very, very, very small number. And I'll keep it real, blood. I've spent the last 10 years with people fighting against me for trying to liberate and bring our people together.
No, I've seen it.
All right, then.
I've seen you on BBC4.
So as far as I'm concerned, until it's solid, and I know people are really about it, yeah, because it's fake. These people are fake. So listen.
Let me jump in right there, right? Because you said a few things, and I'm gonna try to go them in order when you said first, just so we don't lose it, right? So I definitely understand. I've heard the brother speak about it before with the stuff you do. Okay, now with in terms of let's stop calling each other black. I think that is such a small thing to focus on, that we should not be doing, right? I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. 1 second. I understand what you're saying with the term black, means, with the meanings of it, the connotations it gives, and the mindset it could put somebody in. However, if we call ourselves white, we would still be murdered in the streets. If we call ourselves white, we would still be marginalized by the other nations. We would still be financially advantaged by the other nations. We'd still kill each other. We'd still sell each other drugs. We'd still do what we're doing. What we call each other, while I understand the merit of your argument, I still think that's something we should not focus on introducing right now, only because the things that really hold us back is the lack of knowing who we are and separating from the other nation.
Right. So that's my point. When we say black, all the nations are included. All the dark skinned.
By your definition.
No. I would say by the mainstream definition. By mainstream definition, because when you see, all right, for instance, the Black Lives Matter protests that have been happening in the UK right now, the ones that have been going on in London, Who do you see speaking?
White people.
No, not just white. The black folks that you see speaking. I've seen actors, yeah, talking about 400 years of slavery and rare tear, Black Lives Matter and this and that. And they are Nigerian, their mom and dads are Nigerian, they come from African background, they didn't come from 400 years of slavery. So this is why it's a problem, because, and this is why I believe it will help to solve things when we take back our true identity and make it official. Because when we claim back our true identity, this defines us for who we are. Now we are somebody, we can say this defines us for who we are. Now we can start to say, what did we live like? What are our rules? What is our culture? And start going back to our culture. We have to define ourselves for who we are, and then we can go back to our culture. The black culture is what we're seeing now. You know that you see what we're seeing now, urban culture. That's black culture.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to? That's not us. So we need to remove.
Okay, Africans do not consider themselves black. They'll be the first ones.
When they're in the UK, they do.
Because it's a style. It's a style to be black. But Africans don't consider themselves black. Man's Not Hot. Man's Not Hot was Big Shaq until he got to Power 105 and had millions of followers. As soon as he got on Power 105, Charlemagne said, hold on, where's Man's Not Hot? Where's Big Shaq? He said, nah, I ain't black today. I'm Michael Dapper. And started with his Ghanaian shit and talk all his, African shit. Africans don't consider themselves black. It's convenient to be black when style and music is on the table.
Do you know when they consider this? When they consider themselves black? When it's time to eat food.
That's what I'm saying. When it's convenient.
So this is why. So this is why we need to define who we are.
All right.
Well, as soon as we can do.
Listen, I'm gonna define it right now. Black people are the 12 tribes of Israel only.
That's right.
That's it.
I know that.
Blacks
I'm with
and Native Indians. Now, this is what I would tell you, right? Because I want to move on to the other things, and this is why I think it's so small. We should not turn black away and say, don't call us black no more. We should take that whole thing and say, you not black African. You that Star Wars man who in London who was talking there, what's his name again? John Boyega. We should tell him he's not black. We should tell Stormzy you not black. We should tell Spike you not black. Mist is a black man. You get the point? He's Raheem Sterling black.
But my thing is, why not just
from the African and not allow everybody else to ride the pony of black? Now, however, I want to move on from that. We could always come back to that. But the stuff you said before, afterwards, about how much, you think it's fake right now because of the reaction of how it's driven by social media, which I do agree with you that social media has a big part to play in it. But at the same time, what's not fake is our oppression.
That's right.
Our oppression, our everyday life, that part is not fake. And the Bible says, Paul said, if by any means I could provoke them to emulation, them which are my flesh. Yes, social media is doing it, and yes, it seems to be a fashion. If that's what it takes to make black people stop spending money with everybody else, so be it.
That's right.
Like if you're a leader, if you're a father, and you're raising your son to walk, and your son, hold on one second. If you're raising your son to walk, and your son is not walking with the push thing you bought for him, are you now going to be angry and upset if he walks by holding on to the wall? No, because your goal is for him to walk. He may not walk the way you was, hoping he would start to walk using that crutch, but he decided he holding on to the wall and he wants to walk. He want to do what you want to do. And that's how you have to be when you lead black people. To really fight for black people, you're going to have to think like a father or a bigger brother and have the patience. And no, you've been knocking away at the ground for 10 years, great. But if now they decide we're not spending, let's take who we could get now. And yes, it's going to be a fad and it's going to go away. And we take what we have now. Then we go back to fishing and knocking again. We've been in slavery for 400 years. 10, 20 years of work is not going to solve it. 50 years of work is not going to solve it. This is, you have to be ready to dedicate your lifetime.
Right. I agree.
You get the point?
You know what I'm going to say? I agree. And in terms of my life, in terms of you have to dedicate your life to this. But where I disagree is if the people them think that they can go back to how it was and go back to following these other trends after this. No, if you're in this city here, it is not happening, because there is going to be fire to burn. Like I'm sitting back now for this time. I'm sitting back quiet because I'm watching what's going on, and I'm waiting to see if people are really about this, if we're really going to make this change and move forward. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not allowing anyone. I'm not allowing us to go back. And if I'm going to be honest, my brother, we're at a standpoint now. We're at a time now where we have to be like this. We have to be. We're either moving forward or move away, move from us.
That's right.
You're absolutely right. You're right. You have to take that stand. But go ahead, Karafi. Go ahead. I keep up.
Like I hope you understand what the captain's saying. Like you're saying it's a fad, and we agree. It's a fad.
I know what you're saying.
But I'm saying
it's up people.
But can we have this for now? If this is working, if this is working for now, you know what I mean? Can we use we use this fan to get people to buy black for now, at least? Like, can we work with that? Like, can we work with that for now?
Yeah, I'm about that. I'm about that. But I know you're cool. But you know what it is?
We've seen you on Channel 4.
My thing is this.
Your own people went against you for fighting for black. We've seen that.
No, my thing is this, bro. Like, yo, if you're gonna buy black today, because the social media is telling you, and then tomorrow we're out here gangbanging and kill each other, it's better you just keep doing that. Forget the buying, forget doing that. If you're gonna go back to how you was, what's the point in everyone saying, "Oh, we're gonna buy black and we're gonna do this now," and then tomorrow we're doing the same shit that's killing each other? That's not making no sense. And if that's what man are doing, I'm not involved.
Listen, you're right, Zimbo. You absolutely right. No, the problem is with that is you had to give people something of substance to follow.
Yeah.
And without that, it's like going to the gym. Some people go to the gym and after a month,
that's most people.
You know what I mean? They go to the gym after a month. But if you go to a doctor and a doctor tell you, nigga, if you don't run for 30 minutes every day, you're gonna get a heart attack and die. You have something of substance to hold on to. Our people, we are like a headless chicken. We don't have a head. We don't have a government. We don't have something there that we can follow. And that's the missing link with our people. Our people don't have a head to follow.
I'm with you, my bro.
In the UK, we building that government for our people. And that's why we say in the meantime, let's let our people right now are in the baby stage when you consider our nature. That's why I use the analogy of getting up to walk. We are literally in a baby stage. Let's say we could separate right now and the white man cuts everything off. Our people, I'm talking about as a nation, will fall flat on our face like a baby trying to walk. Because we're so plugged in and integrated with these societies, we're not ready to stand on our own. We should, but we're not there as a people. Now, in the UPK, we definitely are. We done damn near separate from this whole society already. Now, to bridge that gap, you are going to have to show our people why they should continue to buy black. Because truth be told, after this dies down, who's going to have the cheapest prices in the stores? Black stores or the Chinese stores?
Chinese, East Indian, Arab.
Who for the sisters? Who going to be having the deals on the nails and the wigs and the yaki and the Brazilian yak? Black stores or the Asian stores? The Asian. You're going to have to show your people why it's worth spending more money with your people over getting a cheaper deal with the heathen, because the long term is better for your people. That only comes when we have a head, when we have a government, when there's a vision that people could see. Right now, our people see something that's short term and we live in it. But you're gonna have to go in there and turn that crowd.
Can I comment?
Go ahead.
Can I comment? Yeah. So since lockdown has been going on and all the madness is going on, we're actually doing that. So we're actually creating a community structure. And it's not even just me. There's a linkage with a couple man from London, Manchester, Nottingham, and we're developing some form of community structure that them can go and basically set up in each city. And once we've got it set up in each city, then we can bring those councils together to create a council of councils, and we can register it as a corporate body. And once we register as a corporate body, we can then start tapping into the resources that are there for us. That is actually happening. We're in the process of doing that. There's a small group of people that are actually in the process of doing that here in Brum anyway.
That's a good step to take. That's a very good step to take. But what's going to happen, brother, and this is a problem that's going to happen. What's going to happen when one group is Christian and another group is Muslim? They're all brothers.
Okay,
but hold on, but we fundamentally believe different things.
That's right.
Okay, my thing is this, okay, being of the tribe of Israel, that's a bloodline. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's a bloodline. So my thing is this: if a man wants to practice Islam, do your thing right now. If a man wants to practice Christianity, do your thing. If a man wants to practice spirituality, do your thing. We're coming under the same banner as underneath from a bloodline, yeah, and we will create something. At the end of the day, the people that are running the world, they're not just one people. They're different sections, but they come together, one common goal, their agenda, which is mass control and mass power. We have to do the same thing as a people.
Okay, but if I could write that correctly, the nations that Karate, you want to go first? He's like, what he's saying is right, but I'm just showing you where to you, because your what you said first is damn near like our people only going this far. You want them to go further over the edge. You're trying to push them over that threshold. To get over that threshold, you're going to have to at least do what our oppressors did. You said something there just now that was not all the way accurate. The people that rule the world are not only of one bloodline, or let me put it like this, the people that rule over us, because there's different nations that rule over us, not only are they as a people of one bloodline, they also of one religious belief. And I've used the word religious loosely.
Yeah.
The white man is Christian, and he is about white supremacy. The East Indian is either Hindu or Muslim, and they're about Asian supremacy.
That's right.
African is about his money, and that's it. And that's
you know what? There was a misinterpretation in what I said, because when I was talking about Muslims and Christians, I was talking about the Muslims, the brothers and sisters that are from our tribe, the people. For instance, like my brother, my younger brother, he's Muslim,
right?
But he knows his bloodline.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I was talking about them too. I just want to make sure you know that's who I was originally talking about. But you had made the comparison of the people that rule over us. They don't consider that; they just know. And I'm saying that's not really correct, because when they come to rule over us, it's bloodline and their philosophy all in one. You understand what I'm saying? The nations that rule over us, race is first, and then philosophy is second. We right now coming together on the race tip. We do not have that one philosophy. That one philosophy, because what we miss is good to set up the corporations and the black businesses. But let's say we set up the corporations and the black businesses. If I'm Muslim, Islam teach me I could go marry a white woman. If I'm Christian, Christianity teach me I could go marry a Chinese. So now the corporations and businesses we set up benefit the Chinese and the whites. We have to come together, not just by blood, but in one mental spirit as well. That's what I'm saying. You get what I agree. I agree.
So like what you're saying was heavy, because it's like Muslims will be Pakistani and Muslim. So there's black Muslims too, but I've never seen a black Muslim sweep the floor in any petrol station, in any news agent. So they know something we don't know. We're like, religion's cool, everything. They know something that race is important. I've never seen a black man in my life sweep the floor in any news agent.
So that was my basic.
My point is, a black man, you ever say, cool, we're blood and religion, nothing to do with that. But what happens when a black man who's a Muslim says, well, this white man's my brother too, because he's a Muslim? Then now we got to accept him. What happens when this black man who's a Buddhist say, well, he's a Buddhist too, and he's Chinese, so I got to accept him too? Then we're back at square one.
Okay, can I answer?
Yeah,
I had this conversation with my brother, and it's the same thing. He said, like, the Muslim, that's Islam. The Muslims, if you're a Muslim, you're brothers. Had the same conversation with my brother, and he knows as well, because I was my thing is this. Okay, then these people are your brothers, but your bloodline is first, and you know this because those people that call themselves your brothers because you're Muslim, go and ask them to marry one of their sisters.
That's right.
They're not going to let that happen.
They'll never give it to you.
So I don't get it twisted. I know this, but because of the state that we're in, in terms of we're scattered and we're man are following this and man are following this. In terms, I would say leave religion alone and develop the structures and the governance, the actual governance, which is a code of conduct teaching us how to live, how we should do, how we operate with each other, and have that and use that as an upper. It doesn't have to be in terms of religion, because I don't deal with religion. I deal with spirituality and spiritual law.
Okay, that's why I said I use the word religion loosely. I'm not actually talking about full of religion.
I don't deal with that.
But okay, now this is what I want to say. So like, and y'all stop me, all right? Just like how you make that concession or that consideration that because we so spread out, let's focus on something we could agree on for now as a start. Make that same concession for this social media fad.
That's right.
So spread out.
You got nothing this.
You know what I mean? Just make that so you could understand.
I hear that.
You really could understand. Yeah, we spread out in different religions. So for now, let's just agree on this little thing. Well, listen, I fully understand my generation, understand the young generation, how much social media drives them. I understand the older generation that don't give a damn about a computer. But whatever it takes to bring us together for a second, for a season, and then while we're in that season, brother, we out there fishing. Let it be. You get the point? Like, don't fight it. Don't knock it too hard, because what you have to understand is you have a certain understanding and a certain intellect that you carry. Never assume everybody else has that.
I hear that.
And what will happen is you'll start, and I'm not saying you're proud, but you'll start developing a certain pride about yourself that you're going to look down on your people who don't get it. And once you go down that road, you cannot be used to effect change in your people. You always have to have compassion on your people. You always have to have understanding and know that your understanding, it really doesn't come from you, even if it's the books you read or the education you've been exposed to. If you're 12 tribes of Israel, your understanding on any level comes from the Lord. And he's the one gave it to you so you could be a useful tool to fish the people that do not understand, that don't have a clue. So you have to be very careful the level of frustration that we allow ourselves to get into as pillars in every society, and be able to appreciate what's going on now, even if you've been knocking the ground for so long, and now this past month everybody buy black, no problem. They're buying black now. Heavy rain falling. What's the old school thing? Put container outside to catch water before the rain stops.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Because I was having a conversation about this today with someone else who believes that I should change the way I deliver my message, because they think I should use more compassion. Now, my reasoning for why I don't use as much compassion is because when I first was on this journey and I was trying to use compassion with my own brothers around me and my own people around me, my life was in danger. If I'm gonna be honest, man were trying to threaten my life. So the compassion went, and I had to, and it was really, and now my message is just delivered with be a gangster, because I'll keep it. No, but because so my question's gonna be like, I have this conversation with a few people. So it's like, how do I deal with that? Because it's like, if I try and show man compassion, it's like these brothers try and as soon as they think you're gone soft, they take you for a weakness, and then they think, yo, they can deal with you a certain type of way. So, and coming from where I've come from the trenches. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it's hard for me to deal with that. It's hard for me to show compassion. Where
you want the long answer or the short answer?
I need no. Look, this is a big thing for me.
Listen, I know where you at.
Like, can I interrupt 2 seconds?
Hold on, Krasi. This one is mine.
Rank order. Hey, rank order. I'm only at 5,000. We got rank in the UK. My mouth sealed.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
Listen up. I'm gonna ask you one question, right? And then I'm gonna give you. You tell me if you want the short answer or the long answer.
I'm gonna be honest. I want the long answer already because it is an issue for me. It's an actual issue for me.
Okay, listen. Let me ask you this question. Since you changed your delivery, has the threats and the hate stopped?
If I'm gonna be honest, because I changed it very early anyway. But since I changed it, yes. Like in terms of people thinking that they can move to me easily or try and like draw me out, yes, it has stopped.
Okay, this is what I would say, Ak. I'm gonna give you the short answer, and then we could go to the long one.
Go on.
Join the I.S.U.P.K, brother. That's the end all and be all.
So like I said, I got into the same thing.
Listen, we in one mind, one body, one spirit, one baptism. Because why? Christ's life was in danger from beginning to end, and Christ was no pussy. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Christ was a straight up G, straight up gangster. You read the Bible and see some of the shit Christ said. It's not what the Christians say.
Yeah.
Your life being in danger comes with the truth.
I'm not complaining about it, you know. It's just
no. I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm saying it comes.
That's just my coping mechanism. You get me?
It comes with telling the truth, whether you tell it passively or aggressively. They wanted to stone Christ when he called them a generation of vipers. He was aggressive. And they wanted to stone him when he said, "He who is without sin cast the first stone," when he was cool and calm. It didn't matter. They wanted to kill him.
That's right.
Once you're telling the truth, your life is in danger.
That's right.
And the Bible say, "Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love?" Don't change nothing. Don't change not a goddamn thing. Who will hear, and who will forbear, will forbear. Now, this is why I say you got to join the UPK. Without that thing that I'm talking about, without that leadership, without that thing there in front of black people to show them, this is who we are, this is who we're supposed to be and follow, everything else will not come to fruition. It will grow and then fail. Just like Black Panther Party, just like everything that grew before. It has a time when it's growing because it's new and it's something black people haven't experienced. But if you want to build a nation, brother, you are going to need to build the leadership from the ground up. Show black people where they need to be from the ground up. You can't just show them by black. You can't just show them.
No, but that's what the council and the community structure that man are creating. That's what it's all about. It's creating.
There's one that's already created. We have a major council tomorrow. Ask traffic. We have an I.S.U.P.K major council tomorrow to discuss taking over the globe.
That's right.
You understand? And we've been doing it since 1969. One is already created. Like the system. This is one thing in life is you should never do is recreate the wheel. You waste energy. There's a system already created. It's done, written in the Bible. We follow it.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I did speak also, about that though.
Also, Zimbo, later on, I can show you that back room right there, man, which is full of food, man. Food, it's like a mountain of food for black and Spanish. We got it all, man. Trust me. You know what I mean? The I.S.U.P.K on the command GEN.YAHANNA, we got it all locked down, man. We show you. You're talking about brother need to know who they are. We got that. You're talking about brother need black businesses. We got that. Brother need food. We got that. We got it all, man. So like you said.
No, so you're absolutely right. Like that system that you're talking about creating, it exists already. It absolutely exists. So, and this is not to knock what you're doing too tough. I'm just trying to show you really, if you want to make a difference, that's what you need to do. Why play, you know?
Can I ask a question then?
Go ahead.
Okay, so, and this is just to play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Because
I got no problem calling you a devil. Just know that. If you want to say devil's advocate.
Right. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. Let me throw a spanner in the works then. Because I do get that. And then even, because I was even talking to the brother earlier on, even in terms of the code and conduct, The code and conducts that I was looking to, that we're drawing from, are the 600 commandments, are over the 600 commandments anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So what I was gonna ask is, okay, I.S.U.P.K's been running for a minute. So, why is it not doing that already then?
What do you mean?
Like, it's been running for a minute. There should be, we should be able to see. I've been in part in Birmingham. I've been part of the city all my life. I'm only just now hearing about I.S.U.P.K. We don't hear about what they do. So it's got to be. It's like if it's been going on for a while, they should have more of a foothold in within the community. Then, if that makes any sense.
Okay, no sweat. I got you. You've been banging on the streets for about 10 years, right?
Yeah.
When I say banging,
for positive, yeah.
Banging about the black lives. When I say banging, I'm talking about the work, the actual work with black.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of your school?
What's the name of my school?
Yeah.
Now I don't want to.
What's the name of your building that black people could come to for counseling?
We don't have it, but we have had it though.
Hold on. What's the name of your food program that black people could come to for food?
We don't have it.
Okay. The UK school has been built in 5 years. In 2015 is when boots was first on the ground.
That's right.
In that time, we've had 2 buildings. This is the second one. We have a food program that's been, I think, 3 years in existence. We've had counseling. We've done help people with drug addiction. And this is our school.
That's right.
You have been doing this for 10 years, but you have a platform that everybody knows who you are. They don't know your work. Because, once again, the system is already there. The system is already there for the work. We have that system. Why don't you just tell everybody, this is who you need to follow? Because in 5 years, we have things you don't have, or we have things that you had and don't have anymore. Then really, this is the system that works.
That's right.
You have that platform.
You're saying that working. You can't say that working as a big organization. I'm working as 1 and 2 man.
Well, listen, that's a downfall. You have to listen. This is why it's a downfall. You have to build something that if you die, it continues. Right now, Lord forbid, brother, something happened to you. All your hard work, your 10 years is going down the drain. Your 10 years only matters if somebody in 100 years from now is doing the same thing you do. And that's why in the I.S.U.P.K, we build what we build. Craft, let me beg you a little break there. Go and say what you have to say. Let's take a break. Let's keep the brother on, car. Like how this going.
We got the time.
I'm supposed to go, you know, but yo,
it's like we keep him up
now. I think I could get him in the school. Give me about 20 more minutes.
Listen. I'll come back though. You know, don't worry. I'll come back for another conversation. I love this. Man.
You see, listen. The social media thing is a fad. I would stay right here. You can't come here for 20 minutes and then when it's done, you're gone. Listen, let's take a quick minute break. I gotta take this call. And then I'm gonna come back with the brother.
Cut one, Cousin.
Hold on.
All right, Cousin.
I'll be booking them like my chalice. True say I'm an addict. 24 cali, don't make me have to grab it. Cabbage, niggas can't manage. That's another slapping nigga thinking that I'm famous. That I'm not slapping. Nigga, I'm a rapper. Everything savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we're clacking. Burning through the jacket. Yeah, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Bro, like that, switch to open like cracking. Get you banished from a napkin. Red nose rocking. Ramming carjacking. Call it life that sacking. Yeah, the cat is in the air now. Got the tracking.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I'm burning him.
I'm looking at this. I'm saying, oh, yeah. Blood, with man are lions, you know. That means I don't have to be told to go and do that, to do this. These man, that means tomorrow, fam. Listen, man will snap, man will fuck with, like, they would turn on us. They would say people will turn on us because they're not following us.
I was down and out.
That's what I follow the Greek message, right? So my thing,
zone, just for the root hole.
What man experiences everybody's black, everyone with a dark skin is black. Yeah? When it comes to getting the rewards of it, when it comes to getting the rewards of our blood, sweat, and tears, everyone that's not white is black. Yeah? But when it's any other time, they're who they are. But when it comes to getting rewards, they are black. They can because one day my shoes don't do 4 60 shots with a gang get we are Israelites, nothing else. And we can't all even you are do for these are how to play a food. 3-4 years, and I guarantee they will not be able to
just stepped out of it last week. Still trying to score like Dillian. Drug was done, just looks like Harry Potter. So the cat said she call him Oscar. Hit the M1 2 phones out. Now trying to compete with all of the I'm a family guy that's still got to do it like Maxwell Shaw. I was on that little
what it is.
Bring that son, y'all never said something within 2 years. I feel like Michael changing color. Feel like I've been like 1,000 times. On my own night Christmas Day on the strip, I was doing like jewels on the bag. I see mom cry tears of joy that night when I pulled out doors out night. Of course I lied. Show my strip, show my whip, let's go on the drive. See that I do these back roads, can't burn up into the life. Oh my God. Last year I was looking at life. Got nicked by Scotland Yard with the fours and guns gon' do the crime. Trust. Only you knew I'd do for guys. Of course you don't. Mom said, son, don't ruin your life. Put on this mouth, kids will change that jacket like that. Way before wax and bricks of white, it was just like Asian knives. Get right there all day and get right there at night. God is tripping if I have to. I don't get that countless times. I don't know what you know about the bando, bro. Don't pitch up the county line. The bando do just have I still come blow like current time. Like I ain't sick of this shit. Every time I'm taking risks, got big free aim, I step in the fifth. Cause I'm playing like niggas get pitched. T got touched one time and he died. Then I got touched, now he didn't live. Bro, that version take my strips. Yo, you got a bunch of kids. She trust, yo, I don't even know what I did. Come through that game, ruin the trip. This work was more than 2 and 10. I was legally blind. When I came through breaking the stick. Don't know how to aim my miss. Don't pay for the shit. Just spend one day on my shoes. Don't do 4 past the loot. 6 shots when the gang get pistol built up. Like that in the beef.
So what it is, even though
I even knew what to do for teacher house to play of food. Better just spend one day on my shoes. Don't do 4 past the loot. 60 shots when the gang get pistol built up. Like that in the beef. Look, all even knew what to do for teacher house to play of food.
Every nation is a body. The United Kingdom is a body. It's a corporation. His house. And this is why, if something happens to a Jew or if something happens to an Asian, there's how to pay because they're a body. They have their people, they're a nation. So we have to establish ourselves as a nation. It's not good enough just to say we're I.S.U.P.K. We've got the knowledge, and we need to establish ourselves as a body, a physical body that we then can do business, water, economics, and that's my thing. Because I've spent the last 5 years in that field. So now when I'm talking about developing nations and building, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
I was on the road trying to double up home. Now I want to see my piece just triple. Had to run away down to my Air Force piss. And I only got a piece in the middle. Are you sure this corn will fit this whack bro? These teeth ain't limbo. See a height with the biggest back. Yeah, I'm a bro, FMG's big. You squeeze me, miss. Where you from? My name Diggs. I'm on one. I just got back from a stretch. They didn't miss me when I was gone. I'm trying to not miss these cells. I get pissed when the ringtone stops. We know about sitting in jail and you feel like the pillow's giving you spots. Young truck boss still white and flying, and a man still savage. I distract you off in Burberry piss, cause now I got burn this jacket. I just broke down this packet, and the profit margin's massive. Nose of the barrel's massive, I'll show you about double tapping. And if I go through this bit, I'ma see another landing. Bro had one, he had one too. You ain't seen double matted. 4-on-1 is a different accent, put in the foreign, now it's stashing. Had it in S, plus I put it in comfort, car might crash it. They ain't on piss, they're guessing, broke us fools, these ones expensive. Give away 4 from the food. Wait for clips and barrels, on my shank for the food expensive. See me one, I'll drench him, unknown T, I'll dig it and bend it. Cool, just phone for 10 bit, get you more, you get for 20. I think I just cited my man who feel like we did them already. I think I just run out of car, put in the tap.
Okay, so we're back. We're back on the ends with Captain Mashak and Officer Karafia. You know what I mean, aka the Executioner. You know what I mean, waiting for Mashak to come back on. We got a guest here today. You know what I mean, we got Zimbo. You know what I mean, known in the ends. There's a lot of community work. You know, my brother that changed his life around and so forth, man. You know what I mean, let the people know where they can find you or they can at you or.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm on Instagram, Zimbo Freemind, and Facebook. And then it's on Twitter, Zimbo SLA. But I've got enough music out there on the road, so check out some of the music. And we've done a few films and documentaries as well. So there's quite a lot going on. If you go on YouTube and Google Zimbo, there's enough things on there. ZIMBO.
ZIMBO. You know what I mean? So again, so you come from the roads one time in your life. You know, I know that. The people know that. You know what I mean? So what was the change? Did you wake up one day and say, no, it's too much, man? Or you know. Every black man got a love for their people. Like, what happened, man? It's like that one.
If I can add on to that, I remember being 16 and people scared of him.
But I remember going to school and I went to school and, you know, hands up. I was like, yo, catch that Zimbo, you know what I mean? You know how it goes down, you know what I mean? Aston gets hands up and so forth. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
what happened? Like, what made you say, you know what?
Do you know what? You know when man are on the road, I think you know it's because it weren't gangbanging, you know. It wasn't the beef that took me off the road, getting fed up with the beef. I was fed up with the outcomes of my life. I'm getting the same results over and over again. Sometimes I have money, sometimes I'm not. I grew up as a youth thinking, yo, by the time I'm 30, I'm gonna have my own house, my own car, my own business, this, that, I'm legal and all the rest of it. I was 27, I was still doing the same things I was doing when I was 18, shotting, robbing, all the rest of it. So I was at that one point, I was unhappy with how I was living. I needed to check the outcomes, what I was getting from the lifestyle I was living. I wanted to change. So I started to learn how I could change. How the hell am I going to do this? How is this going to work? I started to do that. And then the first thing I started to look into was the law. I started looking at the law of the land and it started to teach me certain things about that. Then I linked up with Rev. I started to link up with Rev, Twisted Rev. You man know the Rev. So I started linking, and he was the one that started to teach. He started to show me about Hebrew Israelites and rare this and that. So from having those conversations with him, I started to do my own research, and that was it. I've just like from there, I just started to do beer research, and it was from just learning and broadening my mind and learning. It was like, yo, I then started to see what these people, the powers that be, and how they've got man living. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like once you get to a certain level of knowledge, once you learn certain things, you can't live a certain way again. There's certain things you can't do. It's just like as you start to get older, you can't do the youth man thing again. You get what I'm trying to say? So it was more of that, and I just wanted to learn more.
So let me ask you something. You know, brothers. Right, the brothers from Handsworth, your brothers, bloodline brothers, came from the same slave ship you come from, same island you came from. So in your negative, did you not care about that or the society? You know, did you not feel like we're brothers or
no?
You didn't care at that time. Like right now, you didn't care at that time. I didn't care.
No,
I didn't care at that time.
Let me show you something. Even man that were my family, blood, that were from Handsworth, was static.
Right now, who's to blame for that? Was it the rap music? Was it the media? Was it oppression?
No. So it was all of it. So everything that you spoke about. So first you're talking about the oppression and the poor environment that these people have put us in, the poor environmental conditions that these people have put us under. Us living in those conditions, it makes us as children, it makes us vulnerable as children and easily susceptible to take on negative lifestyles or lifestyle choices habits and programs that are destructive to you. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is what's happening in our communities. The young people, men are growing up vulnerable, women are growing up vulnerable, and they're taking on negative lifestyles to try and hide that masculinity. So man was fully in the program. When I was on road, I was fully in the program.
I remember growing up,
I wasn't aware of myself. I wasn't aware of who I was. There was no awareness. I was running from a program. You know what I'm saying?
I remember growing up, like my sole objective was to put my ends on the map. Didn't care about my whole nation as a race. Didn't care about black people getting big or nothing. My objective was to put my ends on the map. I didn't care about how much man to stamp down to get there. Before coming to I.S.U.P.K, I didn't care about who I had to step on to get there. Who, you know, that this brother's my brother. Imagine a brother come from the islands just like you come from the islands. His grandparents eat the same food you do.
Yeah,
exactly the same with blood, man.
That's how we've been.
Postcode.
This is how we've been trained.
A postcode like made me look at you like, yo, you're not one of me, man. And I really thought that. My job was to make sure I erase everyone whose mom chose to live in that postcode, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Mm-hmm. And who you think to blame for that? Music, oppression, like what is it? A lot of people want to blame the music. Forget
music. You have to think, you know, like you see music. Music is a powerful tool. Media is a powerful tool. The arts is a powerful tool. It will shape your mind. It shapes your character. Everything you experience in your life shapes your character. If you take on a certain amount, if you take on a certain type of information over and over again all the time, that is going to shape your character. This is scientifically proven now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your character is something physical and tangible that grows and expands. It's something, you know what I'm trying to say. Now, your character is shaped by your experience. So if you're listening to kill niggas every day, I'm like me then. When I was 10, probably as soon as I was old enough to record tapes and have my own CDs, I was listening to gang banging music, Master P, there they go, kill niggas, rob this, smack this, shout this. I was listening to that when I was 10, 11. Now, if I'm listening to that when I'm 10, 11, and I'm still listening to it when I'm 13, 14, what type of character am I going to have?
Okay, now we're black people, we love music. So what would you replace that music with, man? Because come on, gospel music. And I.S.U.P.K, we got stands. Our stance is gospel music is satanic, man. Gospel music. So you can't listen to rap, drill. Would you say replace it with gospel? Because gospel music is evil, man. Turns a black man's cuddly. And rather than we don't need no soft black men, man. With drugs in the household, women becoming whores. The last thing we need is a dad who can't control that.
I wouldn't say gospel.
The last thing we need is a black man be no soft. Being a black man, listen, no drugs in this house. You ain't selling drugs in this house. You ain't wearing that, man. You're gonna be no whore. You're gonna come inside, man. The last thing we need is gospel. So I agree with you. Rap music it is extreme, but it's the closest to masculine music that we have.
It's not even extreme. Like, okay then, for instance, I'm not even saying that I'm not saying it's bad, you know, but most rap I don't listen to because it has an impact on my character. It shapes your mind. It gives you a way of thinking. It makes you think a certain type of way, whether anybody wants to believe it or not, or whether want to scientifically, what you take in, the information you take in makes you think a certain type of way. So for me, even though I listen to it sometimes, most of it, I don't respect it because it's teaching us to kill each other for one. It's teaching us to do this and do that. I'll be honest, at the moment, I listen to a lot of I listen to a lot of R&B. I listen to music with no words. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I listen to music to raise my vibration, to make me feel good, to make me feel better inside, to raise my vibration on my frequency. So the music that I'm listening to has to do that. If I'm listening to anything that's giving me a negative vibration, a low vibration, I don't fuck with it.
Okay. Suck it away.
If I can just chime into that, one thing I respect about that is that he acknowledges that it has an effect on him. Now, of course, it doesn't affect everyone the same way. So
no.
You can listen to some of the hardest extreme stuff, and it doesn't do anything. But though, if it does, and someone recognizes it, then you know what the brother's doing right there is the right thing. That just
okay.
I would say it affects everyone.
It's true.
In different ways. But listen, science, the way your mind is programmed. Like this is another thing that I've studied. I've took on a study of the science of the mind and the science of how your character is shaped. Now, the science of the mind says the way your character is created, is created by taking on everything you see in your daily life from the day you was born till now, has helped to shape the person you are, the character you are, the music that you listen to. So, okay, then the reason why I was talking about first, the poor environmental factors, because some kids can listen to gangster rap, yeah, and it won't send them wayward. It won't have that effect on them. But what you do find is that those kids that it doesn't affect in that way have other things in their life to keep them grounded. So some people will have education. Some people will have positive role models around them. So they will have different things within their experience to keep them grounded so they don't go that way. Now, for a lot of us, we're in homes with no dad, just moms. We're living in communities where we don't have those grounded things. So when we're taking, this is why do you think we all became gangbangers? The whole of Handsworth and Aston, and we all became gangbangers. Why? Where did that come from? That came from West Coast gangster rap. We didn't know nothing about that before. We didn't know nothing about gangbanging. We was gangbanging. We was literally we were gangbanging. American gangbanging.
But this is the thing, yeah. So you're saying aggressive music. Can aggressive music be used for good to create warriors? Because let me
I'm a warrior anyway. So
I'm saying because there's gangbanging music that white people listen to, and it makes a great country. That gangbanging music is called the national anthem. That's right. The gangbanging music is called.
What makes what great country?
It makes England a great country. England played the national anthem. Your national anthem is a drill music. It's a drill song, man. It's a gangster song saying God save the Queen. Not all nations. It's saying my country is better than your country. It's saying your country is my ops. Make her, the British national anthem says make her victorious. You know what victorious means?
Okay.
You know what victorious means? Victorious means we have a battle and you win.
Have you heard my new music? Have you heard some of
my No. We'll get there. But every country on the face of the earth has a national anthem, and that national anthem is banging on the ups. Say my country is better than yours. Your country ain't shit compared to mine, man.
Okay.
My country has problems, man. And guess what? That makes them proud to be an American. It makes them proud to be English. It makes them wave the St. George flag. It makes them strong, man. So why can't we have masculine music? Why do we have to be Christian and soft?
No, we don't.
Why can't we have strong masculine music?
Okay, we don't have to. We can have masculine music, but listen to our masculine music right now. We only talk about killing ourselves.
That's true. But
we only talk about killing each other.
That's true.
So as far as I'm concerned, that shit needs to go.
But that's the closest that I can say to masculine music. Way better than I'll say gospel music.
I don't think it's needed. I'll be honest. I don't think it's needed just because what it's doing to our children. Let's just keep what it's doing to our children. It is destroying our youth. Literally destroying our youth. Like social media and the culture of music. Now I'm not saying that we don't need aggressive. Listen to my music. Go and listen to my music that I've recorded lately. It's very aggressive. But I'm not talking about killing my own people, fam. I'm not talking about bringing destruction in my own community, bro. So there's ways of doing it. That doesn't mean we should be talking about killing niggas.
No, I hear you. But what I'm saying is the closest. Remember, these brothers in darkness, they don't know better. The closest I can say rap music is more righteous than even gospel music, man. Gospel music tells you to be loving and soft and be a woman and be. We don't need.
I'm a bit different. You know what it is? I'm a bit different, yeah. And this is why I come from this. I deliver how I deliver because you see my temperament, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was a youth and I was doing beer madness, enough man used to come to me and try and give me that talk and blessings and yo rare tear. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I needed? I needed a man to grip me, give me a boss ass and say, yo, fam, what you going on with? You know your mom could do this, you know this and that. Sit down, come, I'm taking you to school.
That's
what I needed. I didn't need no compassion. Oh, yo,
there you go.
I need a boss ass and say, yo, Zip, what you doing? You're mad. You're doing this. This is what you're doing. That's what I needed.
I'm gonna
keep it real.
We need masculinity. The one thing that black people don't lack, that's mothers. We got enough mothers, man. So what is it we lacking? We need fathers, we need strong men in the house.
But we don't want man. All right, say if it's good having a strong man in the house, but if this strong man is pushing the murder and death and killing,
I agree.
Of our own people,
I agree.
I would say the house is better off without him. I'm going to be honest. If he's bringing that energy into the house is better off without him.
That's true. But what I can agree is what he's bringing is more righteous than gospel, man. Right about now, homosexuality is big in the black community. You said yourself, you said what? In this Black Lives Matter event, as you said, you got many pussy-elves, man. Soft, weak men that just come out when it's cool to come out, man. We don't need no more. We need some brave men, man. And gospel music and lovely music won't bring out these men. rough, aggressive music. We need aggression. Yeah, is like kryptonite nowadays. If you're a black man and you're aggressive, what is it? You're rude. You're aggressive. You're wrong.
I feel like
putting behind bars.
We are already aggressive.
Nah, we're not aggressive enough, man. We're not. We're aggressive to each other.
Right.
We're not aggressive.
Okay.
We're not aggressive where it needs to be aggressive.
Say that again.
We're aggressive.
No, we're aggressive to who?
To one another.
Okay.
But when it needs to be right, cool.
Why are we aggressive to nobody? Look at our music.
When it needs to be aggressive.
Look at our music, and that's why I would say we are aggressive to each other. Listen to our music.
That's true. But when we need to be aggressive, we ain't aggressive. So the last thing we need is more softness and lovingness. Look how much men are scared to go out there and say, listen, the Jews are black.
I'm not
Look
saying
how much men are cool.
I'm not saying
it took the white man recently to say Christ was a black man.
Yeah, recently.
Why? What last week? Because a lot of black men were too scared to say it, man. A lot of black men didn't want to lose their jobs.
It's getting to $5 now.
All right, no, so we'll have to let you go. All right.
Now I like this though, so make sure hit me back. I'll come back definitely.
I will let you go back.
So
we have Zimbo on the show. You know what I mean? ZIMBO. Give me your Instagram, your name again. So
ZIMB Zimbo Freemind FREEMIND. Don't worry, I'm coming back. I'll come back. I like this, man. I'll come back whenever you like. Feel free to hit me up, man.
No, sir, man. We'll give my hand real quick, man. Thank you. We have me again, man. Whenever, man. Yeah. I'm blessed for that, man. Take it easy, yeah.
I'll come back,
Shalom, man. Shalom.
Thank you. All right, lads. It's been a blessing.
No, so
anytime I'll come back, fam.
Anytime, man. We shout you, man. We get you on, man. You know what I mean? So I saw the brother there, man. Powerful brother, man. You know, a brother that was, you know what I mean, big in the ends, done his thing. I want to change black people, man. Sees how black Hispanics and Native Indians are living. I want to change that, man. You know what I mean? Again, the I.S.U.P.K, we do just that. This brother wants to change black people, but the I.S.U.P.K, we change black people. That's what we do, man. It's what we do best, man. We know, Slacky said, so not in it. That's what we do best, man. We change black and Hispanic and Native American Indian people. So when they get into this article real quick regarding Boris Johnson, so would I defend that real quick regarding Zimbo War?
Like to say it's just the rap music. What about the 1600s? We was angry with each other back then, and not the white man. So you mean a bad influence can help towards the issues we have, but the core root of it does come down to the white man.
That's right.
You mean whipping us, making us think we're ugly, like we ain't anything. That is the root of it, man. It is him. So, yes, there may be some rap, some grime songs, but the root of it does come down to the white man, where we can be aggressive towards each other, but then to be aggressive towards him is like a no-no. It's like that should not be done.
I like what the brother said. The brother saying now rap music plays a part. Do you know, knife crime is greatest in what country? See, you would think knife crime in the UK is greatest in South London, Aston, Birmingham. Knife crime is greatest in where? Edinburgh, man. In Scotland, them man don't play drill music. They don't listen to, they don't say dig that and dig a D.
Never.
They don't play Mr. Stormzy, man. And what I want to tell you with knife crime is great in Edinburgh, man. In Glasgow, where white people live, man, they don't play grime. They don't play drill music. They don't play rap on West Coast, man. And it's big in their community. So guess what? Listening to rap music ain't the problem, man. There's brothers who are just misled and they need the I.S.U.P.K, man. It's like I don't want to say something.
Yeah, and that's heavy. And, that's something that a lot of individuals don't know, that in Glasgow, they have the highest knife crime rate, man. And with their gang, they like the knife, meaning they have guns too, but they like knives. And for those of you that have never been to Glasgow before, Glasgow is the capital of Scotland, I believe. Or
no, Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Sorry, my bad. It's Edinburgh. But with Glasgow, they have gangs that sell drugs, do all that, and they stab each other relentlessly, man. Relentlessly. I've watched documentaries where they're breaking down the gangs, and this one stabbed him to death. He met him around the corner, stabbed him. And what happens in Glasgow has nothing to do with black people at all.
That's right.
Nothing. Black people ain't even in Scotland like that at all. And I've been to Scotland many times, and it is a white man's land, and they stab each other relentlessly. And as what the officer said, man, they're not listening to rap and what's some other names? Eddie One,
That's right.
Segepta. They're not listening to any of that, and that doesn't influence them. And they stab each other more than we do.
That's right.
So the music, it hasn't got as much to do with it as we think. One thing what the white man does, he rather you blame each other than to basically pointing the finger at him, than to pointing the finger at what he's been doing to us for like 400 years.
That's right.
So he'll blame things that you like, so that it takes the blame of him. Yes,
and that's true, man. Like what the captain said, they make out like we're the problem. When people been stabbing each other in England before we came over here as the Windrush, man, they've been doing it for ages, man. And they make like our music is the problem. They make like your music is so aggressive, it's evil, it's bad, it's terrible, man. Meanwhile, they got a national anthem, man. Every country on the face of the earth has a national anthem, and that national anthem sounds like drill music to me. Sounds just like drill music to me, talking about we're better than the ops, we're better than the other country. You know what I mean? What's the British national anthem? God save the Queen. So that's saying my ends are better than your ends, man. Saying her send her victorious is when you have a battle and you win. That sounds like a man fighting over his postcode to me. A man fighting over his ends to me. Was it happy and glorious?
That's it.
Long to rule over us, man. That's like talking about a man who's the head of his ends right there, man. And they sing that and it's fine. We sing that same song, put a black face on that same song and put a good beat on it. That's drill, man. That's awful. We gotta ban that song right there, man. We gotta ban it, man. We can't play that on the radio, man. Make a black man sing that same song with a good beat to it, man. With some bass on there, some kick drums. Make him rap it, not sing it, man. Talking about I'm happy and glorious, and God save, the man who's in charge of my ends. And guess what? That song can't sell, man. That song's just disgusting. That song is evil, man. But the white man sing it now. Guess what? The whole country sings it. Guess what? Football players sing it before they have a football match, man. The Prime Minister sings it, man, with his disgusting shabby suit and his nasty blonde hair, man. John Major, Tony Blair, what's his name? David Cameron, Margaret Thatcher, Theresa May, they all sing it, man. And it's a respectable song. In fact, when you go to school, they teach that your kids must learn this song, man. They teach that your kids must have, their right arm over their heart, man, over the left side, and sing it, man. And it's a glorious song. Everyone should know this, man. Meanwhile, you sing some Miss song, you're evil, man. That's right. You sing a Heady One song, you're evil, man. That's disgusting, nasty music. And what makes it worse is black people think the same thing. Your grandma, don't let your grandma hear you play Miss. Or turn it off, man. That's some chaka. That's some chaka Satan music, man. That music evil, man. And then granny will go sing a song in the Christian church, man. You know what I mean? In the Bible, guess what? The Bible, the songs that they sung in the Bible sound just like drill, man.
That's right.
King David said, Lord, I hate those that hate you, man. In the book of Psalms, in the book of songs, man. That sounds like drill to me. That don't sound like nothing Kurt Franklin will sing, man. In the book of Exodus 15:3, Miriam was singing a song, man. And what did Miriam say? The Lord is a man of war, man. That sounds like drill to me. Mary didn't say, God hold me and love me and kiss me. Miriam said, listen, the Lord's a man of war, man. That sounds like what? Dip in a bandage. It's like, let me get there real quick, man. Exodus 15:3, man. It's Exodus 15:1. You can bring it up for the one. Then sang Moses. So again, the singing the song right here, man.
So now right here, it's a song, for those of you that haven't read Exodus before, this is when the Egyptians drowned in the Red Sea, man. And after they died, they sang a song. Now, to some people, this may sound odd, like after the death, the Israelites sang a song. Why? Because of religion, we believe that, if you sing, it's because you're happy. It's got nothing to do with the death of someone else.
Yeah.
When in the Bible, they sang after the Egyptians died in that Red Sea. That's
right. And suck it, we can. And this shows something. Listen, we know Christians, man.
That's right.
We know Christians. Listen, you can go put up a French flag over your profile picture because the French got massacred by some terrorists, man. You can do that, man. But we ain't gonna do it at I.S.U.P.K, man. At I.S.U.P.K, we rejoice when our enemies fall, man. We rejoice when statues of British slave owners crumble, man. We rejoice when coronavirus comes and kills the same people that deported the women's generation, man. The women's generation was getting deported, man. The old people was getting deported back to the Caribbean. People who were old in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, man. That was the age. It was getting deported by the thousands. And guess what? The Lord's so good. It so turned out that the Lord had coronavirus coming, man. And these people safer in the Caribbean than England, man.
That's right.
Jamaica has 20 deaths of coronavirus, and England has 44,000, man. And they deported you, black man. Little did you know, listen, that you was more safe in the Caribbean, man. That's how the Lord works, man. The Lord had you safe. You was crying, oh, why, man? I gotta go home to a place. Listen, the Lord got you, man. The Lord loves you, man. While they was gasping and dying for a ventilator, and there wasn't enough ventilators going around, and Bobby Johnson had ventilators that didn't work. You was in the Caribbean.
How they was gasping? How they was gasping?
You gasping the air.
Fucking
You
kill
was in the Caribbean with 2 good lungs, breathing that nice, fresh Caribbean air. Keep in mind, this was before the Saharan dust, man. Breathing that nice Caribbean air in. Meanwhile, the oppressor was in the UK gasping for air, man. Couldn't help him. That's right. And that's how the Lord works, man. They, you know what I mean? They thought that they were going to deport you and life be hard for you. Listen, man, the Lord got it all planned out, man. The Lord said, don't worry about it, man. You go to the Caribbean, and when you go to the Caribbean, you are going to be poor. It's not going to be nice, but guess what? You're going to live. And same people, their grandparents are going to die, man. Their grandparents are going to be gasping for air, dying for air. They got ventilators that don't even work, man. You're going to be cool, man. And that's why, black man, you got to put your trust in the Most High, man.
That's right.
You got to put your trust in the Lord. You got to join the I.S.U.P.K, man, and put your trust in the Lord, man. It's like the other one. You say it's like, yeah. What have we done?
You're good. I'm listening. Where with the brother roll?
He had to roll, sir. He had to roll.
I'm sorry about that. I had to take this call. Like, it was definitely important. You know what I mean? But it was definitely a good vibe. He gonna come back on sometime?
Yeah, he said anytime, just give him a call. It'll come true. I think
UPK, man. That's what we need to do.
I don't know about you, but I see UPK written all over his brother. I think it's misguided.
He had the heart for it. You know what I mean? I know where else he won. You know what I mean?
I just said what he's looking for something. And what he's looking for is right here, man. It's right here in the I.S.U.P.K. I learned 5 years ago. I.S.U.P.K. The brother said, you know, I.S.U.P.K. has been here for a minute. Yeah, man, we've been here for a minute. And as you said, sir, I couldn't say it better myself. In 5 years, we've done more than what anyone could do, man. The Bible said the truth is like a mustard seed. And the mustard seed is a small seed that you can't be seeing in your palm, man. You can't be seeing your palm. When it grows, it's the biggest tree in the forest. That's right. And that's what we're right here, man. Captain Prussia right here was the only man in Brum, man. Not in London. Just in Brum, man.
The only man in the UK. What are you talking about?
If I can,
the only man in the UK.
So Brum is like underlooked. Brum is underlooked. People respect London. You know, Brum's next. People laugh at the accent. This man came from Brum, man.
How they say she was a man from Brum?
See, I've been teaching you well, mate.
Listen,
what's the culture appropriation? I fucking with you.
Listen, 24/7. I'm on the pull. Come on.
Oh shit! I hear you. You know what I mean? And Captain Prussia was by himself, man. And Captain Prussia, you know what I mean? Grind, and got another brother. Our next brother, now we got London, now we got Manny, now we got Gloucester, and that's Bible prophecy right there, man. It's growing, man.
And listen, that's the work of the Lord, and it's okay. What people who not in the truth miss is that okay? The scriptures say pull for me out Romans 9 and 16. Pull for me Romans 9 and 16, and this is really what the end all and be all. I pull for me Romans 9 and 16, and somebody else pull for me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Romans 9, 16.
12. Go ahead.
So then, it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
You understand? Like, it don't matter how much work you put in or what you do. The Lord decides when growth takes place.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord decides what time it is. The Lord, remember, David was a shepherd. David didn't fight no war. He didn't spend years in Saul's military. David had older brothers who fit the description. Remember, when the Lord sent Samuel, Samuel was looking for specific sons of Jesse.
That's right.
He was looking for them, and even Jesse was looking for them. And Jesse say, you know, that's all. And Samuel had to say, nah, there had to be another one because these are not who the Lord wants.
If I may say,
go ahead.
I think Jesse was like, well, that's all of them. Forgetting that he had one more. So he was like, fuck, that's it.
Not that he forgot he had one more. This was for something important. And he did not look at David as fit for something important.
That's right.
David was the youngest. Listen, remember when they called David, what did David say?
He said, I tend the sheep, I'm ready. I'm, you know.
No. Before that.
I think David was David's job was to give food to the brothers. Like, he wasn't even in the war.
Okay, it's something else. David said something. Whoever gets it, if you're a brother, you're a bottle of scotch.
Like is there. Break it down, Megan. I'm not getting you.
When they called David in, David said something, and it tells you something about who he was. Don't go look for it. Don't go look for it. Whoever get a bottle of scotch. If you're a sister, I get a bottle of wine or something. I'm giving you 30 seconds to get the answer. Starting. Hold on.
And we can't look for it now.
I mean, you could look for it, but shit. 30 seconds. Starting now. All right. When they called for David, he said something and it lets you know who he was. It lets you know, okay, why Jesse wouldn't even consider him. Tum, 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 tum. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Time's up.
So it's something David said.
Yep. David said, listen, David said, what have I done now? That's what he said. He said, well, damn, what have I done now? What does that mean?
You thinking he's in trouble or some shit? It's like, shit,
why is he thinking he's in trouble?
Because you're important men are calling, like, you'll come here, it's like, shit.
No. Another child, if an important person call them, they'll be like, hey, what's going on? Why is David saying, what have I done now? Think about it. What have I done now? Sister's supposed to understand this because you're always getting checked from your husband.
So,
if I'm giving it away.
What I'm getting David like a little brute getting up into fuckery. So it's like, all right, what now?
He always was in trouble. He was always in trouble. He was always starting some shit. He was always in some bullshit. David was in trouble.
Nakapaya said he was a rude child.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say rude, but David wasn't, you know, he was in trouble. He's always in trouble. I already said it. You ain't getting no liquor, slack it. Right? But David was always in trouble. He was, you know, he was not a troublemaker, but he was always in some shit. You understand? So much so that Jesse ain't looking at him to be nothing. Or let me not say nothing, but not that thing. You get the point? But
that's right.
The Lord wanted him. And his training was what? Herding sheep. Fighting off lions and bears for one sheep. That was his training. His training was valuing the life of one of the 100 sheep. You understand? Even Christ said it. If I have 100 and one go astray, I have to go get that one. You get the point? That was David's training. David was no army man. He was no military man at that point. And the Lord chose him. And David stepped up and killed Goliath.
That's right.
With no military training. None. He had no training. He refused Saul's shield and buckler. He said, I don't know these weapons. You get the point? So it's a lesson that people in the world who have black interests at heart miss. Because you could have the best plan. You could have the best team. If the Lord is not with you, you're going to fail.
That's right.
That's just it. It's you go ask Haiti. Ask Tuse and SIE. Just ask them. It doesn't matter. If the Lord giveth mercy, He's the one that doing it. And you had to remember that. So with all your ingenuity and your intellect, come serve the Lord so He could bless it.
That's right.
If you're not doing that, brother, it's like, building in something, it's like trying to save a sinking ship. You're going to be bailing out water, but as you get older, you can't bail it out as fast enough. And then somebody else had to come and do the same work you're doing. That's why we march in the 50s and we marching now. That's why 50s, Black Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter now. That's why, you get the point? Because it wasn't blessed by the Lord, when you get too old to do the same bullshit, somebody young had to come and do the same bullshit. Yeah, you get the point? It's the same thing. The Lord has to bless it. He has to. If the Lord is not with it, that's the end. So at the end of the day, you Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, you care about Black people's lives. This is what you do. Parasha, read what you have.
In the book of Ecclesiastes, 12 and 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments.
Right. That's the conclusion of all this. Don't matter what loans you get, what corporation you make. And I ain't even want to go too much into it because the brother done gone, but we still going, let everybody know. When he comes back, we'll go into it. But this is the end all and be all. Fear the Lord, keep His commandments.
That's right.
That's it. That's it. You get the point? That's it. And that's where we had to go. We go there, brother. Listen, if in 5 years, under the guidance of Parasha, serving under command of GEN.YAHANNA and the Spirit of the Most High in Christ, you was able to do what you all did in the whole of UK, not just Brom. You went from Brom one day to London, next to Manny, next to Liverpool, to all over, and now you're to damn near Amsterdam. You're starting to stretch and pull because that's what the Lord wants, and He's doing it in the way He's doing it for a particular reason. Now that should tell you something in 5 years.
That's right. That's right.
Tell you something.
If it makes sense as well.
Go ahead.
Like what you said before, it matters who the Lord's with, man. I've heard stories about Command GEN.YAHANNA starting the school out from a basement, man, and nothing, and it grew. In England, the school started from a man in a Captain Prussia in a room, man, and that room grew to a school, to a bigger school, man. That's who the Lord's with. It don't matter about props and big shit. Just who the Lord's with, man. And he's trying to keep going. And all this happened in 5 years. And the people, the Christian church, the mosque, and all these black movements had more time than Captain Prussia had, man. And he's done more in a short time than what they've done, man. We've been to Manny. Damn, they started riots in Manny, food program, drug program.
Manny was something else. Manny was controlled assassination. They wanted to kill us, but it wasn't happening that day. But we was killing them in the spirit. They was being cut to pieces. Just the other day, I watched that tape and I was like, man, you take your little black ass from the Caribbean to fucking Manchester. The Lord, only serving the Lord, only serving the Lord. You get the point?
Cut one. To
see Manchester. Go ahead.
That day was glorious. I remember, like it was yesterday. I remember looking up. It was like Christmas time, So everyone's out. And I remember seeing a sea full of people, man. And all these people were vexed with us. And we stood firm. No one got hurt. No one even thought about getting hurt. It was glorious inside of the Most High, man. That was a learning curve for myself in my young stages in this truth, you know what I mean? With the supervision of Captain Mashatmayam. And it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. I've never been Manny before, once or twice only. And we went there, we stood strong, and everybody hated us, man. Everybody hated us, man. The white man, our own people, everyone's against us, and we stood firm, and we put the word out in Manny town center, man. I remember looking up and seeing a sea full of people thinking, shit. And we stood firm, it was glorious, man. And that's what we do in the I.S.U.P.K. That's what we do best, man. That's what we're gonna continue to do. And I say, if you're out there, I say put on your black boots, come in all black, man. Do your 90 days, and you can come out there too, man. And be glorious just like us, man. So luck is it.
Yeah, listen now, that's the way to go. If you come serve the Lord, the Lord will have some wonderful, things for you. Everybody, you know what I mean? So, and we just keep fishing. That's it. We just keep fishing and pushing and fishing and pushing, and knowing that we on the Lord's program. And this is the other thing. You know, the brother expressed his frustration with, you know, how our people reacted. That's the proof you have to follow the Lord. Because, I mean, I learned this as a young man where I would be at camp and I would go to hell off. I mean, I still do sometimes, people say. I don't know. I don't see it. I think I'm calm. But
I want to keep my rank size and shit.
Listen,
I went too hard to get this 5,000. I'm not getting 5,000. I ain't saying shit.
If you get it once, you can do it again. Don't worry.
I ain't do that again. I came too far to get this 5,000. I'm gonna keep it. So my lips are sealed. So I can carry on.
Yeah, but okay. Like the general was saying, you know, in everything, not just the camps, but sometimes, you know, even in coming up, there's brothers who gonna come in and they ain't gonna be strong enough to stay and they're gonna leave. Sisters who they ain't gonna be strong enough to stay and they're gonna leave. And you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be upset that they could turn their back, and you ought to understand that, you know, the general said best, and Christ said it. You know, they hated him first. So when they reject the truth, they're not rejecting you or me, they're rejecting the Lord. When they hate the truth, they're not hating you or me, they're rejecting the Lord. They hate the Lord. When they you know, when they fight against the truth, they're not fighting me or you or Parasha, they're fighting the Lord. So we all work for the Most High. So when something ain't going or it ain't pumping, or you thought it would have gone one way and it go the other way, who's making it go the other way?
It's the Lord, sir.
The Lord. You understand? Everything. If you succeed, it's the Lord. If you fail, it's the Lord. So where's your frustration at? That's what people outside the truth miss, because again, you don't have that leadership. You get the point? It's really a family that's glorified. And when I say glorified, that's increased beyond the house. Just like a father, you have your children. If your children have to do something, it's because you allow it. If your children don't do it, it's because you don't allow them to do it. That's life. You get the point?
If I may, like, you know, when you read the scriptures and the disciples thought that they was right, it's like Christ, man, and Christ will check them in it and they'll think like, oh shit, I was kind of wrong, you know?
Right.
Kind of right. That's what it's like. You come in the truth thinking, yeah, I'm teaching the truth, and brothers ain't listening, man. And they get checked like, well, you know, it's your fault, man. And you look at like, oh, okay. Like I think it was GEN.YAHANNA said that back in the day, he said to Commander GEN.YAHANNA that, oh, listen, the brothers are always late. And Commander GEN.YAHANNA checked him and said, well, you know, because the brothers who are punctual, they're in the Christian church, man. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that they come here and you thought, oh, shit, yeah, you're right. You know, and that's what the truth is. Sometimes you think I'm right and these brothers are so evil and wrong. They ain't getting it, man. And then Christ is spinning on you, you think, oh, yeah, true, it's my fault, you know. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I get with his brother Zimbo. Like, it feels like, you know, brothers need to get this and blah, blah, blah. And
you can't even look at that. You can't even look at that. He is doing the best he could without brotherhood. He's given it his all. He's given it his all, and he had to commend him for that. Now, I'm going to help him see the other way. I'm going to bring him up on a level. You can't knock him for what he's done. He did a lot in his short time trying to help black people. He's full of zeal, but he doesn't have brotherhood. He doesn't have it. That's why he said, you all have an organization, but I'm doing this by myself. No problem, brother. Come do it with me.
That's right.
Let me do it with you. Let's be on the same page, paying the same 10% tithes, observing the same Passover, saving the same people. How about that?
That's right.
The point? And you had to remember, he doesn't know the other way. He knows him and his effort. He doesn't know I have brothers here I could lean on. You get the point? He doesn't know, and that's how you build a nation. You build a nation by brotherhood. There's no other way to do it. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Give me 2 seconds and let me just let these brothers in now.
Come on, concept. Yes, that's correct, man. You know what I mean? You need a brotherhood, a nation by brotherhood, man. That's what a lot of people don't have. The nation Islam thought that they had all these answers, all these ways, and all these food programs. What else did they have? And money and this and all these ideas. But what didn't have was brotherhood, man. Malcolm X turned on Elijah Muhammad. Who else? Fraud Muhammad turned on this man and that man. What they didn't have was brotherhood, man. The I.S.U.P.K, we got that, man. We got brotherhood, and above everything, Christ said, love your brother as you love yourself. And that's the most hardest law to keep in the commandments, man. Brothers can overcome pork, man. Brother can overcome what? Addictions and drugs and so forth, man. But what a brother can't do, what a brother cannot do, is go to he and thee alone, man. They can't do it, man. That's when the hardest. Brotherhood is hard to get. It is difficult. It was hard. It's more harder than not eating pork. It's more harder than not murdering. It's more harder than stop being in a gang. And the I.S.U.P.K, we got that, man. We got. Let me tell you something. Brotherhood is aggressive. Brotherhood ain't, my brother, I love him. It's aggressive. Just like how beating drugs is aggressive. Brotherhood is aggressive also, man. But you want to talk about a brother, you hate a brother, you got to be aggressive with it. You can't pray it away. You got to say no. I'm not going to talk about that, brother. That's what you got to be, man. General Muhammad said brotherhood is a sword. Brotherhood is aggressive, man. You can't pray it away. I'm going to pray that, I'm going to stop talking about the brother. You got to be aggressive with it, man. You say no. You got to fight the demons about talking about the brother, man. That's brotherhood right there, man. And that's a law. That's a law that a lot of people can't keep. The Muslims couldn't keep it. Elijah Muhammad couldn't keep it against Malcolm X and so forth.
Vice versa.
But the I.S.U.P.K, we got that, man. You know what I
mean? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So, I think it's time for your
No. I hire this week. Come on, let's go.
You ready? Okay. Okay.
Today I'm gonna bust the silver bullet and end the clash for the rest of the year. You ain't going to clash right now.
I was actually waiting for this. I didn't want to say it. I was waiting for it. Well, I tried to make it like, no, I'm not. I'm being modest.
Listen, also too, before we go there, right? I wanted to even bring out. I found the interview. I was looking for the minute marker. You know Nipsey Hussle, right?
Call him one call.
Right, he's a so-called Eritrean, which is really Ethiopian. They're all Cushion goddamn way. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with Ethiopia and Eritrea. It's like a family of Ethiopians that was not in good with the main family in Ethiopia, and they formed Eritrea. You get the point? Which is another country south of Ethiopia. And it's the same thing going on with us, that Oromo tribe or whatever, just like Nigerians with the Biafrans. You get the point? It's really one family who just ain't all the way in with them. But they're all the same people. Now, Nipsey Hussle, he did an interview, and he said when he first went back to Eritrea, they asked him how it felt to be, home, and he's like, man, it was good, but it was rough. He said, I spent the whole first week fighting. He said, and they said, what? They said, yeah, they didn't accept me. He said, I don't know the language, I didn't know nobody. He said, I wanted to come back to LA. And he's their blood.
So what chance do we have?
What you think? That's what I'm saying. This guy in London here, Lord help him, but he's a religious idiot.
It was a shame because I feel like he was making a breakthrough, but he just couldn't get past the religion. He just couldn't get past it. His problem, his problem is
with the Judah, the Lion of Judah. Let him get off of that, and I couldn't. He couldn't understand it, and it's some mysticism with the Rastafarian religion. It's witchcraft.
His problem was this, which a lot of black people's problems. If you ain't some part of royalty, if you don't have money, if you're not up there, then you're nobody.
That's Christianity.
He was saying, well, what language do you have? Well, you ain't got a language, so therefore you're nobody. When black people are people that don't have no language, man. We've been taught to be Christian and Muslim.
Listen, we create language. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell is pain? Right. What the hell is pain? Nothing pain.
Right.
Peace. You know what I mean? Right. On the end, we create shit, man. What the hell is he talking about?
Concept.
I've had the whole word saying booyaka. That is not a word.
Right. That's right.
That is not a word. The Jamaicans have everybody saying bomber class.
That's right.
You understand? If you're from Barbados, not Barbados, what is it, Guyana? Barbados or Guyana, everything is sconty. That's not a word.
That's right.
We create languages. What is he talking about? You don't have a language. He's simple. So like a brush, go ahead.
I was just saying that, all the philosophies we are in, it always makes us think that same way where if you don't speak the language of that philosophy, then, you ain't really worth a debate, or you're not worth to conversate with because, you're not a part of this. You only know one thing. And it's like black people that follow him. Islam, it's the same thing. You know, you don't speak Arabic, so there's no point in really having. There's no point in me to try and conversate with you. It was basically like the same thing.
That's right.
Exactly. It's a proud stand. You know what it is? Okay, and it's just because I don't usually battle these type of people. I like to battle devils. Salakia. But it's Adam being naked and ashamed and clothing himself with the fig leaves.
That's right.
It's Adam in the garden wanting to be like the other nations. That's what it is.
So also, if I may, would you say it's like some scribe and Pharisee type shit? They're like, well, we're big, we got a name for himself. Who is this Christ guy, man? New on the scene with this new shit. No, it's new. You know what I mean? He got credentials like we got, man. Okay, it's like that.
Scribes and Pharisees wasn't trying to be another nation. Not like how he is. You get the point? He is totally crediting his nation. The scribes and the Pharisees was Jews, they was keeping Passover. The scribes and the Pharisees was IUIC.
That's right.
If you want to understand, it's on a close level. It's TD Jakes, it's Creflo Dollar. It's there. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to understand it on a close level to what we like keeping the Passover, that type of stuff, that's them.
I'll get that, sir.
That's them. They want to, they want to abuse you. They want to, charge you more than you should pay. You get the point? Like how the brothers say how they're charging them for the plates at the feast days. You get the point? Like how that type of thing, that's them. That's the Sadducees and Pharisees. Hypocrites. You understand what I'm saying?
Kind of one concert.
So yeah, so that's it. What happened, DJ Running? You're going for your crates? I see you talk fast.
Well, I'll wait on him for that. You know what I mean? I don't.
Listen, I'll try and tell you, you ain't getting away this wrong, Zinoak. You have about 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
We have just about 10 more minutes. It's going to be, it's going to be a full-on bloodbath.
Yeah, man, it's good. But so at the moment, I would say the scores are about 3-all. I would say about that. I'm not gonna lie. There's been, somewhere Karafia has been excellent, and there's somewhere the songs weren't so great, and likewise, well, it's been a little back and forth.
Listen, I sense a tinge of biasness here. I give Karafia 1, maybe 2 wrongs. That night at the feast day, he had like 12 selectors. I couldn't, I mean, he was rocking. He was rocking that night at the feast day, and then there was some other time he started off hot, but when I started to release the rocket launcher, and then he started to say, "All right, well that's it." He started to close off. I had to send bullets even while he closed in the show because yeah, I mean, but 3-all. Oh my goodness!
All right, I'm set. I'm set now. I'm set now. Yeah, it's gonna be a bloodbath up in this thing. You see me?
Oh my!
Ready? God. You ready? Okay, we'll start off nice. Right.
Well, I a rising star, and if a guy don't say no war, and crime and violence is what they preach.
It's no big deal.
Gunshot reaching, missing, war, and all type of thing the sky preaching, gunshot reaching, unhindered. There is nobody in this world to accept him, so me have to kill him, and then turn gunshot about underneath boys' skin. So we sing set, oh, wonder if one day that some idiot to say that, then want a war. Me have a
I don't want. You can just bow out now. You can just give up now. I would highly recommend it. If it's like taking a plea deal. If you want to fight the case, you're gonna lose. But if you want to take the plea deal, it'll be better. We won't think no way. But for the fight, the sound man with the inherited license, you can do so.
Boy, some boy and them. some boy.
Ho, said when they got them down. Ooh, okay. Not bad. Not bad. Get that 7.
Listen, man, some slight just to get you,
Ooh.
Some slide.
So we're going Rodney. We're going Rodney. All
Listen,
right, cool.
No, we could go anybody. Listen, anybody for anybody don't matter to me, you know. But I'm telling you, I something done your whole. I mean, come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna drop a tune here that is relevant to today.
Lego.
The man ready, yeah?
Well, I can't believe a whole Batman gets so cool. I can't believe the Rasta man not put pussy hole. I can't believe the little take of them get so cool. I can't believe the high. I can't believe the high. I can't believe some near me you hear say amen. I can't believe some tight pants come in again. I can't believe the gunman and Batman a friend. I can't believe the high. I can't believe the high. I can't believe some Batman no run people place. I can't believe the shot and the beach so good.
Other one, the man said, I can't believe the tight pants come in again. I can't believe the gunman and Batman are from.
Listen,
come on. It can't be done.
Listen, the scriptures say, let your words be with season. That's timely, but it ain't timely enough. It ain't timely enough.
Poor people go back. When poor people fed up, do your system.
Poor people fed up.
Poor people fed up, do your system. Shut up, and every day they get to use them now. They ask the leader, the money a reach up. They make poor people surrounded by danger. Lion, the roach, and giant mosquito. So which water will be with bacteria? Whoever take a look up and the river.
Easy, Rodney. Easy, Rodney Price. Easy. Poor people fed up, right? Yeah, I mean, I know what to tell you. Poor people fed up all over the place.
I know sweat. See you play when they talk poor people song, yeah? I'm play some poor people song.
Jackass, we're not tired to pressure poor people.
Oh.
Well, Baba, put them a message for you.
You said that last week. Oh.
Yeah. Just stay focused and hold your ground. Though it seems hopeless, there is no progress. We still lost around town. We do what we do, so we stay alive. We sell what we sell, so we have to survive. We tired of the folk crib, and we fed up from about 95. So tell them, so anytime we hungry again, you're not gonna see we nine. Police over.
The man said, anytime you're hungry again, you're gonna simmer 9, you know. You get me? Come on, man. Suck. Say, jump to dig deeper into my crates.
You played that last week, man.
Nah, man, I don't believe so, you know.
I can't believe it. Government bomb move me, but some refugee in our own country.
You played that last week, man. I don't play tune twice in Clash.
I don't know.
This song you play 3 and 4 times. Listen, man, you ain't even ready for that. I realize you played over, you know, you're recycling tune and thing, man. Okay, well, you create shorter. What happened?
That's some. All right, we're gonna go old cartel, yeah? This is the first card. Hold on there. The first cartel tune I ever heard in my life.
Listen, you can go however you want.
All right, I'm gonna give you a rundown, yeah? I was in grade 7 and cartel just boss. This is the first tune I ever heard of cartel, yeah? It's gonna done. Listen, hold on there. You know what?
Up to the time, endless. Baby, time. Hey, baby.
First time I ever heard cartel, you get me? This shoes are yo.
Hey, everybody got getting easy. We are ramping. You want it easy? Everything's on. You take my body go. So take body go. Take body go. Take body got. You see?
Yo, now if you're Christian out there, lock off, man. This show it for you. You know what I mean? But you know, this is my first cartel tune I ever heard. You get me? I must have been like what 12, what 13 time. This tune was hard, you know. Took the world by storm, you know.
Yo. I get it. I get it. You want me to reply with a cartel or anything?
And anything. Right. Let's go there. My Frado. Mine. I know the bad mind from me. My thing. Hey, back.
Mana.
Them boy, they are jinx. But
Ever strap. Pull it. Get ready for that. Listen, man. Listen, go ahead and get girl. Listen, all right. Easy.
All right. Cool. Maybe some fireman tune, yeah? So, you ready for this, yeah?
Listen, whenever you're ready, like, you're ready for it. Anything else.
Well done. Yo, so me say again, slew them up bare feelings, them a carry. Them done for already and them can't say them sorry, yeah. Slew them up bare feelings, them a carry. You know I grab something again. When you want to read me, who them a could have got them a try. Them got this thing, so I say what you all of them die, yeah. Who them a make us see them with this well. Them this money well and them so gonna hell, yeah. Who them a could have, who them Marcus. Them this Marcus, I know them all by it does, yeah. Who them a make us tell them this man.
You ready? It is. Classic. I'm gonna tell you something about that tune, yeah. That tune's one of the best of all time. Listen, nowadays everyone's scared to Batman, everyone's scared about their visa. Them time they managed to play Born Batman tune regular, no problem, man. Woo! Got culture right there.
Listen, now you're for sure right with that one. You're for sure right with that one. You know what I mean? Capleton is not the man you wanna test me with that.
Sir, if I may.
We are flinting. Tune.
Judgment. I said the wicked man will have to fall. And the bad man them got down. And now them back against the wall and
listen, you want to test my Capleton?
Okay, let's go. All right, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. All right, ready, yeah?
Hey, come on. This is like
and it's a life when I promote the I.S.U.P.K. Better know. So when I start them evil concept, go and say that is a destruction to the humanity. So me I say, better know. What do you want to know now? Hey, yes, sure. Jaja City, Jaja Town, them off it on it and a cowboy town. When you look down low.
Come on, sir, come on, man.
You sure you're ready?
One more.
We lost a man she want in her hand. She know want a man to play with that.
That's cheating, but alright, cool.
Hold on. If you want Capleton, alright, okay, hold on. I realize they're trying to force forward the thing and they're trying to get your forwardings them quick, but it's alright. Easy. Don't listen. You see when you get shot like that and you had the ball, you see? Listen, just take the shot out and let the shit bleed out. Don't worry.
No, it should hurt.
Listen, it go be over soon. Don't worry. Just close your eyes and let go out. Fade out. Listen, he say you gotta learn to prepare the youth them meal, when you're in the battlefield. What you chat about, man? You don't wanna see me with Capleton.
I don't want. Listen. I got this thing boxed, I got this thing in a box. It's ready, about to drop. You ready for it now? I'm gonna cheat. This is a typical Capleton tune, yeah, but I'm gonna go there because I can't believe you're a Capleton fan, yeah. Are you gonna drop this tune? You ready? Okay, you ready, yeah? It's gonna go.
Give me the well done. Say again.
the fame. I'm under the fame. I'm under the fame. And I tell girl that it's mine. Yeah. I'm under the fame. I'm under the fame. I'm under the fame. And I tell girl, yo. Hey, come on, yo. Hold you.
Listen, trust me. Watch me. And I don't take long to answer back to. Trust me, this one gonna kill you.
Oh, you wait there. Okay.
She called it
Told me not to come up. She called it told me that she be. Yo. Hey, back. Hey.
You know why? Yeah, why?
You know what? Because she want me on the front line. Back.
Listen. Hey, I'm telling you ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me.
Okay. You want to put the same rhythm? The said rhythm.
Listen, you ain't ready. I'm telling you ain't ready. I don't know how you already are. I don't hear already. What are you talking about? Listen, you get 2, I want 2. You get 2. I want 2.
I got his box. Oh, sorry, slack. What's it? Keep. Hey. But I will never stop.
Easy, Capleton.
I miss you, baby. More no chichi.
Pull it up. You ain't want to see me. You ain't want to see me.
That's an anthem, you know. In the 90s, that much. Yo.
I try to tell you.
Yo, you just want to get me a check-in. You choose us too dangerous, man. You said those are good old days, man. It's a shame now. It's like you say, remember the boom. You think that will come around again? Or you think nowadays everyone's... Because nowadays, dancehall's mixed in with rap music. You know, it's not... You don't even get that boom.
Okay, it's not even mixing with rap music. It's... Okay, all the music right now is catered to white people. And it's influenced by drugs. All the music, whether it's dancehall, reggae. I mean, reggae was always influenced by drugs, but now we talking real drugs. We move away from the weed. The weed is drugs too, but
Molly.
Yeah, right now is Molly and Xanax and lean. You know what I mean? So, the experience is more that techno thing, that that type of music. And it's infused with all the other music. You get what I'm saying?
So
it could go back, but that ain't gonna stop you from getting slaughtered. You know what I mean? I realize you're trying to buy time.
I ain't buying time. I want your opinion because that back in the day, dance had its own sound, and that sound was the bass drum. And now it's kind of changed. Now it's more hip hoppy. I love it same way, but one time, yo.
Okay, my opinion is you better start to spin some tracks before you end up in the coffin.
All right, cool. You ready? Okay, burn this. I'm gonna drop some tune because listen.
Me don't want no man tell me no. Oh, not just go. That's the one I'm trying to take my food. Yo, let me tell you something. Yo.
Me press trigger, me no press.
Boy.
Boy. 22 in my something.
Wait. The man said I got 22 in my something, you know. Now you might saw me in the gun range. You saw me in the gun range. Guess what? I had 22 in my something. Hey, Sham, gotta tell him I had 22 in my something.
22 is small caliber, man. Listen, 22, let's go pew pew. My gun just go bow.
I press trigger. I don't press people. It's like,
Where you gonna kill with 22? Pigeon? You gonna kill some pigeons with 22?
Like you said, bullets kill regardless. 22, 38 caliber, whatever it is, it kills nonetheless, man.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna go next one. You ready? Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. I had to answer everything.
Ooh. Oi. I scissor this.
Easy. Listen, shot Batty Boy with the big gun in him, not the 22. He said, shut up, big gun, boom. That's what he said.
22 can do the job, man.
All right, go ahead, try it. Go ahead, try it. Listen. Go ahead, try it.
All right, boom. Mad Cobra again, yeah? Man, I'm ready, yeah? Watch this.
I feel like someone can get my nut off my end.
No, pop. What? Yeah. That was on the playlist. I was gonna kill you with that. It was all good. Listen, it's all good. That one there, the clash done.
Strap. I come round again. Yeah, you feel on pussy.
Talking. No, that's it. Pull it. It's over. Yeah, that's listen now. I ain't taking that one line down.
Oh shit! Hold on. Pause. You going War 21? War 21, really? All right, we'll go with there.
I ain't taking that one out.
See them run. Oh, keep going there.
Hey, Karate, what is one name?
Oh, Bloodstain. When I bust my gun. No one your name Bloodstain.
See what this week off fall like weird. Cardiac arrest a lot.
Listen, I don't answer back, but that man Cobra was too hard.
No. Watch it.
Was too hard.
War 21 was dangerous, man. Second verse was hard. That yo.
Yep.
The War 21 is dangerous. What this is the problem though. I play the War 21. I'm War 21 king, you know.
Enough of them, they both say they not like we call it nice, yeah. I bust the platinum wrist with on a finger for the ice, yeah. We tell the fastest bird when I for one of us twice, yeah. I walk and live or talk and dead, now which one are your choice, yeah.
So the man said, walk and live or talk and dead, and which one are your choice? They say, which one you want to pick? You can walk and live, you know. Or you can talk and dead.
All right, well, listen, it's going to be over here now, you know.
Well, biggest good boy from near about the guns, it's not about it, I don't know. Good boy, gunshot to blow.
Hold on. Hey, Karate, Parashia. I know we are council tomorrow. There's about to be a dead body in the room. You might want to leave because you're going to be unclean for 7 days.
In more time, you step out your door, things can get very hardcore. For sure, that's what guns are for. The mountain. We're dead and festival, you know it's gonna never fall. That's what guns are for.
Oh, you don't know it. You ain't getting me no forward. All right, no sir.
No, I don't know this one.
You ain't know it. All right.
So we say, man. We don't run away. We push on past the wall with a knife with a them on a
Bagger.
Listen, man, I'm trying to tell you, I come to win, huh?
So like I say, you know about this tune. Listen, let me tell you something, yeah. On the ends episode 2, yeah, one brother come on the show and said that singing is soft. Let me tell you, singing ain't soft, man. When you hear this song, you know singing ain't soft. Listen.
Some little boy just me the other day. I swear to away. But anyway, we say them boy they straight. The one of them I get sprayed.
Anybody test my door after hours that I murder.
Let me tell you, some singing ain't soft, man. Mama says, anyone touch my door after hours, murder.
You should have never draw for that. You should have never draw for that. Listen.
I gotta lie. When I pulled it here, I didn't see the reaction. I thought, okay.
Listen, you should listen. This is the baddest man to ever come across and sing in any Jamaican stage act. I'm trying to tell you. Pinchers and them men bad. Winnie one of them men bad. But you see this fella here, he have a little funny look. But trust me, this song immortal.
Oh, Fred, shut up, body boy. Shut up, body boy. Hey, what?
Listen, man, sing it. You can't draw for those singing tune for me, man. Listen, man.
Oh, a singer. All right, I'm gonna sing.
I'm in a factory working.
Ooh, pop.
See the informers lurking, trying to break my stride. Oh, you be snapping the sling, trying to swallow my pride. I've got things of a beat and a woman I breathe. I nearly made me lose my life in forward. What's that? So you know me. I feel that I grow weak. I know that streets are rude, boy, make up their mind.
The man said hot lead. I fling out a street. Come on, man. Need to say any more. The man's a hot lead. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, I'm done. The man's a hot lead. I fling out a street.
Listen, if you want, you know what I mean. Gangster Man is bust big tunes, and when Gangster Man decide to dress back and talk to the woman, them, if you really want singing too.
I know she can hear me. I know she can.
We're going there. Okay.
I'm sorry for all the wrong I've done. But two hearts become one, and that's a bond. I need you in my life, not just a memory. I need you to be there to journey.
Easy. They kill her. Let the killer talk.
My eyes can see more clear. As long as you're standing there, seems like I'm in a dream. Our things are the way they seem. Sorry if I treat you bad, or if I ever make you sad. Didn't mean to get so mad. You're the best thing I ever had. I don't know what else to do. I'm so in love with you. I hope you exist you. But I got a few words for you. It's okay, it's alright.
Pop.
Hey. What's luck, for me?
Listen, man, kill the whole game there, man. Come on, man.
Bounty is talking about champagne and candlelight, man. We saw how that went for him, man. We saw that Angel take half his money and disappear with Beanie.
That was Angel. He was sitting down.
That's bad counseling, man. We saw how that went. It didn't go well for him. Angel left him, yeah.
Listen, Angel was a hoe. That's all. She's a hoe. That's all.
Angel left him here with the champagne and candlelight, yeah. And went with Beanie, man.
Listen, play a tune. I'm going coffee now, youth. What happened? Go out to coffee now.
When you hear girl tune, yeah.
Alright, listen.
Man, ready?
You now watch your boyfriend. So it was in the beginning. Remember when we take your virginity?
Hold on. This tune's for all my Levites. In the Bible, a Levite must have a woman who's a virgin. You get me? It's for the Levites. What's the name? What's some Levite names? It's like I said, what's some Levite names? Allah Isa and them, man. They get me. You gotta get the virginity, you see me?
When me force it in as the ramping started stop. You still feel like a virgin, and you know if you sit down bankard. You still ball when me force it in. Baby, remember the first fuck. Remember the first time pussy hurt up. Pushing a inch.
I'm gonna stop, man, because you know, some people might get offended. It's a bit X-rated, but you know, in the way they're like, come on, man, when it comes to gal tune, Carter got it covered. Carter got bad man tune, gal tune, and guess what? Me being the best DJ in the UPK, like I got them tunes for you, man.
Listen, you don't want, you know.
Come on, man, listen. If you watch Beanie Man and Battle Kids the other day, you ain't seen nothing yet, man. This is a clash you need to watch.
Listen, they for all the gals in the whole room, man.
Really? Hold on, Slacky, sir, Slacky.
She said she feel yeah cheat. Lately me not come in. Lately speak out of the nights and me I go have a drink. Sweetly, see me keep on the end, just a wait for me and just sleep. Give me key a picky and go in. Woman see a text, I say who are the key? Me and me look a sleep, me keep on her. I love my girl, but me a cheat on her. Picky know she good, she don't know how she walk, but she.
Salakia, brother, I two more because I don't make a run. Salakia, brother.
All right. Let me tell you something now, quickly. You cannot pull Dexter Daps for bad man tune. Dexter Daps don't make gal tune, you make gal clown tune. You get me?
Help him out.
No. Dexter Daps talking about if he 6 man, he's 7. Meaning, like, you know, if gal got 6 man, he'll be 7. Come on, man, you can't play Dexter Daps in a bad man situation.
Wait, hold on. Name me one artist who sing a song that is not about a next man girl.
No. The next man girl, but in that girl clown, he's accepting that. Oh, okay, she give me one, but I'm cool with that, man. I can't listen. We don't run no girl clown tune. That's the girl clown.
Elephant Man is a girl clown.
No, not at all, man. The energy god, man.
Okay, so wait, hold on. You want to play Elephant girl clown song?
Energy god ain't got no.
Hold on. I'll play.
You got New York calling me. You got New York calling me.
Wait, hold on. I'll play it for you if you want to hear Elephant Man say he don't care if she was with somebody else.
That's different.
Listen, hold on. Listen. All I have to say is two more tune, and there's my first one. You catch up.
All right.
Yo. But I would have bomber clock to them boy.
You got to Kayadu one, you get me? It's hard.
Suffocate that pussy. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs out in the street, them bad. Don't talk in the street, member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, then the pussy them for me, them God, and we be kicks.
You ready? What's up?
Yo, all right, cool. Since you're playing girl clown, well, not that tune, like girl clown tune.
No. We off that. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
If you listen to most of the men's song, the men be saying that same shit. People don't like Dexter Daps because he first tune was Shabba Motherpot, bad man tune, and after he slide in the girl them box, nobody don't like the man no more because he don't make no gunman tune. But you can't say that when other men were singing the same shit.
Nah, but the difference between saying it's both evil, yeah. But saying I accept I'm a girl clown, you got 4 man, I'll be number 5. I can't.
Listen, Elephant Man say. You want to play the song? Elephant say it in the song. He said he don't care.
I don't rate girl clown. So, but having said that, this is one of the baddest tunes of all time. You get me? We go in there now, yeah? You ready?
Man psycho, Gaza run boy.
Me no know about them, but me know about we. A cause we run boy. Boy, them a flip me ratchet. You will push to your chest. Me shoot one of them boy.
Sparta send some cyanide and go to Jama gun powder.
No boy just a lick them some pussy mouth. We no bow, we no fear on ya. We no bow, we no fear on ya. So they were killer on nobody.
That's dope right there, man. The man said it.
No, wait. You want to kill me with Tommy Lee?
The man said it push a ratchet for your chest. What?
Hold on.
Come on.
I'm coming back from a big tune in the end to kill you because I really had a role. But I want to play this before I play my last tune, right? You can't come around me with Tommy Lee, brother. This is not damn me introduce Tommy Lee to the world. We are chat about.
You said Gaza man crazy. God is insane.
Gaza man crazy. No, we insane. Link off feet at the link on the chain. Y'all don't mess.
The link for the chain.
Intimidating flame. How will we find the rain? Make it look like a scarp on the man. The style was a
Listen, man, easy. Don't start with Tommy Lee and I. Listen, I was rating Tommy Lee and everybody hated him, man. Everybody.
Tommy Lee, my dog. I rate Tommy Lee. Get me? Tommy Lee got old style and everything, but we're gonna go old school right now. We're gonna do this right now. Old school.
I ain't finishing you off with no old school, and I'm getting you something fresh in never even here. But bang,
like I said, you got New York calling me. Should have put New York on the phone.
Who called in there? Who's that? Hazard?
I'm on short. So, SHALAM, ISUPK'S. Who am I speaking to?
SHALAM, ISUPK'S.
Is this?
He's an officer, Karamiala from the Syracuse School.
Hey, big up Karamiala. Bang.
So like a police officer, you know, I don't want to put you in trouble.
What's going on here, bro?
I don't want to get you in trouble because you know Captain Shop was a captain, but you know if you could be honest, if you could be honest.
I already addressed the captain because I sent him a message. And he didn't answer my message, so I said let me go down the ladder now.
So if you could be honest and let the world know that the Africa Karafia is on fire. So like if you could just be honest and let the world know that Africa Karafia, you know, is dominating this battle and winning the battle, you know.
Listen, I'm gonna stay neutral, you know. I was just looking at a picture. I gotta send it to Captain Parasia. A picture we took out about 4 or 5 years ago at Passover in the Alhambra ballroom. So I'm going to send it to him. You going to like that picture?
Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ out here.
Some old stuff from the pressure. Don't forget.
I want my white and black striped shirt. So I'm going to be the referee. So
I hear that, but if you we know, you know, the execution. But we're gonna play a last tune right now. SHALAM after Kramya Allah, yeah. For the show some love, Lord and Christ, yeah. You have us with that. We're gonna play a last tune right now. All right. That's the water, yeah. So what, SHALAM? Now you ready, yeah? You're gonna draw for your last weapon. Because I'm going old school. I'm about to drop well on them. Go in there, forget it. Or should I? Why?
Gangsta for life. Real back, please now. Anyway, gangsta for life.
This is Movado before the dreads with the braids in her.
Where them a do, where them a try, my road will fly into the sky. Cause me no borrow, me money buy, a boy will die. Where them a do, where them a try, my road will fly into the sky. Cause me no borrow.
Yo, let me tell you something. When Movado had braids, that's when he was at his best, man.
Now listen, I rate Movado.
Man said, gunmen are borrow, you know.
Yeah.
Money buy.
Listen, I rate Mavado all the time too.
So like, maybe 1 second, sir. The speaker was standby. I want to hear your last tune. The speaker was standby. Let's turn it back on right now. So one moment. Come on, be back up.
Yeah. I saying I always rate Mavado, except when he start all that singing. You see, man? When he start all that singing, it's fine. But you with me, Ak? Are you with me?
I'm with you. I'm hearing you now. Slacky, sir.
Are you with me, bruv?
I'm with you. I'm with you, bruv. I'm with you.
Hold on, bruv. Are you with me, bruv?
I'm hearing you. I'm listening, bro.
This tune that I'm about to play, yeah? This tune here, yeah? It gonna run the road, yeah? You understand me, bruv?
I'm listening, bro. I'm listening, man. I'm there.
I'll be a duppy on the road, bruv.
Yo. One West.
Oh, listen, I'd finish it with One West, Ark. One West who?
I.S.U.P.K.
Bang!
Ooh, but. Hold on. Don't ruin it, man. How you have a blip last minute, man? Come on, man. Come on. Like, the blip.
Yeah, something.
Hold on. If you hear me, give me a 1 hour count. Is it me? Or is the captain got some sort of connection problem, man? Right there. See. Shalom, so you have Bashim Shakta. What happened there? So, I don't know. I think it's the Lord talking. Like, the Lord saying he was about the thing mash up. The thing. I don't know.